Ladies and gentlemen, Jalen Brunson. Welcome to New York.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, your dad was on the Knicks team that made the '99 finals. What would it mean to you to be part of a group that returns the franchise to that type of glory?
That mean a lot.
I gotta skip to my Lou. Don't it sound so beautiful? Yes. I'm on my Cardozo right here. Shout out to the greatest high school coach ever, Mr. Ron DeClario.
That's him.
This one here is for all the guards, the great guards from the city of New York.
That's right.
Ones that made it to the league, ones that didn't make it. I'm bringing back the point guards to the city where the legends are from. Right here in New York City.
Right here.
That playground, Rucker Park, New York City, where the handles are from. They come from New York City.
That's right.
Riverside Gauchos, sneakers making echoes. Skirt, skirt. Sneakers making echoes, oh no. We make music where we bouncing that ball. Don't be the one to get shook, slip down on the court and fall. Where I'm from, your ball handles had to be thorough. I show it off to boys and girls like Dwayne Pearl. The moves and odds from the crowd mean that boy sick.
Really?
I'm both-handed, go left, right like Rod Strickland. I don't care about your press traps, don't bother me. I'm coming to America like Greg the Boo Harvey. You know me, my talents be that gift. I put subs in that Volkswagen Jetta, pull off like Kenny Smith. They drive around park to park for that action.
Mama, there go that man.
I'm commentating like a Mark Jackson. Tell the truth, they know I'm hard to check. And see what Kenny Anderson did to Bobby Hurley down in Georgia Tech. We so ill on the court, they know it's scary. Even went back to Coney, recruited Stephon Marbury. That's how it is in the city, they know we go hard. That in and out pull back, that's that sham guard. I'm bringing back the point guards to the city where the legends are from. Right here in New York City. That playground, Rucker Park, New York City, where the handles are from. They come from New York City.
The best.
Riverside Gauchos, sneakers making echoes. Skirt, skirt. Sneakers making echoes, oh no. We make music where we bouncing that ball. Don't be the one to get shook, slip down on the court and fall. You want that marquee play? I bought it marquee, so let's kill the assumption. Little Rick, you know that's Jalen Brunson. They try to tell me I'm too small for the city. The tiny ultra ball with braids, that's right, I'm on my gritty. I'm making sure I bring the point guards back. You see the garden stay packed. Told Luca I ain't coming back. I'm in a city with fans, they got a lot of pride. And after games get feedback from Ward Clyde. Or call up to any phone that's in the first verse. You can't be great without making sure you research. You can't tell me our point guard, he ain't working. It's the basketball version before the hustle, Mr. Pee Wee Kirkland. Better known as a Gatorade player, back to back 2 times. I'm a Gatorade player. Player of the year plus a 2-time champ. Now it's on like your grandma's favorite lamp. I'm bringing back the point guards to the city where the legends are from. Right here in New York City. That playground, Rucker Park, New York City, where the handles are from. They come from New York City. Riverside Gauchos, sneakers making echoes. Skirt, skirt. Sneakers making echoes, oh no. We make music where we bouncing that ball. Don't be the one to get shook, slip down on the court and fall. All I hear is he's too small, but I see him getting his shot off with anybody that's in front of him. Oh, what about, he don't play no D, but all he do is stick his chest out. Got the most charges in the league, huh? Jalen Brunson, that's our point guard. He brought it back to the city where the legendary point guards are from. You heard? Whoa. And shout out to the office. Shout out to Mr. Leon Rose. Shout out to Mr. Scott Perry. Shout out to Mr. Worldwide West and Mr. Allen Houston. Everybody that's involved, you heard? I'm bringing back the point guards to the city where the legends are from. Right here in New York City. That playground, Rucker Park, New York City, where the handles are from. They come from New York City. Riverside Gauchos, sneakers making echoes. Skirt, skirt. Sneakers making echoes, oh no. We make music where we bouncing that ball. Don't be the one to get shook, slip down on the court and fall. Go ahead, snub him again. I dare you.
Yeah, we are back. You see it. What's good, everybody? Salute to y'all. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing good. Had to open the show with, Mr. J Boogie and the Point Guards joint because we got one, folks. We definitely got a real one out here, Mr. Jalen Brunson, Mr. 50 Burger. You see it. Let's go. Shout out to the Knicks for playing a really solid basketball game last night and getting something done. A lot of people are calling this a statement win. And I have to agree, man. This was a really important victory for them, knowing that they were going up against a really good team on paper. You know, that team is still learning how to be great because people still think they're going to be great. I can't say they won't be great because they haven't had all their pieces to be able to play together. Um, and unfortunately, last night was another one of those games where Bradley Beal got hurt in the first quarter after having 6 points. It looked like he was feeling good, and it didn't work out. But even with that being said, Phoenix was in the game the whole night, and they were doing their thing, and the Knicks had to struggle and fight and claw to stay, within reach. And then in that fourth quarter, we know what happened. But we're gonna get into it, man. Shout out to Mr. J Boogie once again, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for always blessing us with your music and your creativity. I think he told me that he's out and about this day at graduation for his daughter. So salute to you, my brother, and congratulations to your daughter on graduating. Beautiful thing. So, guys, you know how we like to do, give y'all a little update, see what it's looking like. This weather has been crazy. And once again, I feel like every Saturday, have y'all noticed that all of a sudden every Saturday the weather has been pretty nice? At least if it ain't, like it's not always great. It may not be sunny, but it's warm. You know what I mean? It's wild. It's wild. Today's no different. 53 degrees, a high of 56 on the East Coast in the New York area. So, hey, once again, I mean, I don't know. Can't make this stuff up. It's wild stuff. And I think it's going to be 55 tomorrow and 60 on Monday. This is December, folks. Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You see it. Got the morning cup of Joe or Joanne. Whatever rocks your boat. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Appreciate you, my brother. I hope you're doing good today. Hope you and your family are all right. David L is in the building. What's good, David? Dwayne Dennis is here. He says only 3 words to say: all-star performance. Can't be mad at that. That's a fact. I can't be mad at that at all. JJ's in the building. Salute, Ron. Happy Saturday, bro. Epic performance last night by Brunson. Yeah, it was dope. Really good to see. Hey, well, I mean, there's more comments now, JJ, but I thank you for being on top of that. Appreciate it, my brother. Hit that thumbs up button, like JJ said. Knicks fan Brazil, my guy Victor with a V. What's going on, Victor, man? It's been a minute. I was actually talking about you last week. I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's doing well and your daughter's doing okay. It's been a minute, man. I hope everything's good. I know I haven't seen a lot of content from you lately. But life happens. So like I said, I hope everything's good. But it's really good to see you in the chat, bro. Knicks are nice. Pudge is in the building. Salute. What's good? Building Blocks is here. He says, I'm just waiting for the ham sandwich comment. Seriously, though, was KD wrong? Listen, man. People gonna have their moments. Stuff happens. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. That's all I got. That's all I got. Wonder Woman is in the building. Salute, Wonder Woman. What's good? Hope you're doing all right. Appreciate you as always. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Jay Boogie's in the chat, folks. Shout out to the chat and still Knicks fans. Blessings, health, and happiness. Big time win. Shut up, KD. I need 50-50 back-to-back like Bernard. I hear you. Salute with the 3 capital S's. Salute, Jay Boogie. Appreciate you, brother. Sha Powers is in the building. What's good, Sha? Hope you're doing well, brother. Once again, guys, if y'all not tuning in to Knicks Real Talk with Sha Powers and Divine, what are you doing? Show them some love, man. Go support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Oh, you know what? Let me check one thing real quick, folks, because, I don't want to have the crazies in here. I just remembered. I gotta make sure I got the subscriber thing turned on, because then the bots start coming in and dropping their little stupid messages. We don't want to see that. Let me make sure I got it right here. Oh, yep, gotta turn that off. Okay, done. So sorry if anybody's just joining in right now. If you're not a subscriber, you're gonna have to subscribe and wait 5 minutes to put something in the chat if you want to make a comment. I just got to do that because that keeps the bots and all the crazy stuff that the YouTube scammers that be throwing their stuff out there, their paraphernalia, like subscribe to this and check out this and be XXX and all that great stuff. Yeah. So okay, that's good to go. Anyway, where was I? All right, so Julian Blum is in the building. Shout out to Julian. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Silk Sutton is here. What's going on, Silk? Hope you're doing well, my brother. Frank Matos, used to call him Sasso, is in the building. Salute. What's good? Silk Sultan, thank you for the generous super chat. He says, hey, Ron, are Knicks colluding? OG Anunoby trade eyed by Pistons and search for forward losing streak. Oh, I don't know, bro. Listen, but look, you know what I mean? We already talked about it. We know that Toronto doesn't want to have anything to do with the Knicks. And if somehow the Knicks are figuring out a way for OG to go to Detroit and somehow we do a deal with Detroit, I'm not mad at it. I don't know how it would work because I don't think you can't really trade somebody back to back, right? There's a certain moratorium period where a player has to be with that team for a certain time. So, I mean, I don't know how you can really collude because you have to figure out a way to make this happen. The only way to make it happen really is to do a 3-team trade. But if you do a 3-team trade, Toronto's going to know about it and they can shut it down immediately, unless Detroit gives Toronto, an offer they can't refuse and makes it sweet enough that they're like, you know what, we see what's happening here, but we're going to do it. But I don't know, bro. But that's interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know. Yeah, because it makes no sense for Detroit, who has lost 22 games in a row, to want to trade for a guy like OG Anunoby right now. That makes no sense whatsoever. So, but I hear you. Let me see. Travel Vibes is in the building. Salute. What's good? Hope you're doing well. Kerry Cox, what's going on, Kerry? Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you. Sherwin is in the building. Good morning, Knicks family. Salute to you, brother. Wiz, BKLA, what's going on, Wiz? David Smith is in the building. What's good, David? 7 Snapped is here. Salute. What's good? Hey, my guy, Sam Grandison, bro. I hope law school is treating you well, brother. Good to see you, man. He said, salute, peace, and blessings to you, Ron, in the chat. Best performance I've seen from the Knicks since the Melo 60-piece game. Saying a lot, man. Very nice. Stafford Don in the building. More fire. Rhythm beats. What's good, brother? Hope you're doing well. Mega NYK, what's good? Come Mega in the building. Salute, brother. Appreciate you, fam. Kareem Grant, what's good, twin? Salute. Good to see you. Fly God the Third, aka C_Mac is in the building. What's good, bro? Good to see you. King Ribby, man, I appreciate y'all, man. King Ribby, Stafford Don. These dudes was on with Freezy last night until the wee hours of the morning. These guys is up and chopping it up in the chat here. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all doing it, man. Thank you. Hector Gaston. He said my favorite weather channel. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. Always good to see you. RD Barn in the building. Salute. Good to see you. Parrish, my guy, is in the building. He says, because we watch our guy every minute, we think he's not a big star. Brunson is a guy. Playoffs, Brunson is a superstar. I mean, there's a lot of facts to that. A lot of people, we downplay guys. When we see guys every day, sometimes we definitely do downplay them. Even though when Brunson has been struggling in certain games this year, sometimes he just doesn't have his shot going. It's been a little tricky to start the season. Like it hasn't been falling the way you have been used to seeing it fall last year. But it don't change, man. When he's on, he is on. Don't stop. Dripmore is in the building. What's good? That's right. Dripmore, the preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community, is here. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Animal Lex is in the building. Salute, Animal. Good to see you. Let's see. All right. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. It's not for lack of trying. I just may have, I got these old eyes now. So, but salute to everybody. Thank y'all for being here. We got 55 people in here. Please smash that like button on your way in. Smash that like button on your way out, and show your love to the show. I appreciate y'all. It's definitely appreciated. And if you don't know what the like button looks like, it looks a little something like this. Thank y'all once again, man. I appreciate it so much. I can't tell you how much, man. All right. So yeah, man. Today is a happy day. A real good moment last night watching these Knicks. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. I didn't know if the Knicks was gonna win that one last night. I thought if all the Phoenix pieces was available and together, I thought they were gonna show out a little bit. And I thought it might be a little bit much for the Knicks to handle, especially the type of defense the Knicks have been playing in these last few games. So I was real concerned. Now, if this is what I had to say yesterday too when I was in the chat. I said I picked the Phoenix to win, but that's because of the way the Knicks have been playing on defense recently. Now, if the Knicks give effort for 4 quarters, I'm not betting against the Knicks. Never. I don't care who they play. It's just I need to know that they're playing that way. If I'm gonna have to predict if I think they're gonna win or not. They got to show me that. Now, if I see them giving up 136 points in 3 games, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, because don't get me wrong, when the Knicks are going good offensively, they've shown they can score. But if you're going to be scoring, going back and forth with a Phoenix team with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, I'm picking the Phoenix team because they just could do it a little bit better. But in this case, the Knicks didn't come out playing the greatest defense, but they started to clamp down and they got a little better. And they started to show some of that Knick intestinal fortitude. You know what I mean? That chutzpah. Yeah, they started to play much better. And their offense was still going. The Knicks were on one last night. It's just like when we play a team, so this is what I want Knicks fans to think about. Don't. Yeah, I know, Kerry Cox, 122 points is crazy, but you got to understand the whole thing about that. If you're on fire and you're scoring a lot of points, it's just natural that your team is going to let up and not play the best type of defense possible. It's happened everywhere. The same thing happened when we lost to Boston. They gave us whatever we scored. I don't know, was it 122 against them? They beat us 130, 132, 122, something like that. They beat us by 10. They beat us and scored 130 points, but they gave up 120 to us as well. Just like when we played Milwaukee. Milwaukee was on fire. We couldn't stop them. But they let us get 120 points as well. You know what I mean? So this is something that's going to happen. So I don't want everybody to just kill the Knicks thinking that, they're just lackluster on the defensive end all game. And this is what, if you're going to score a lot of points, sometimes you're going to be in a situation where you're going to give up some points. So it happens. But I would be more concerned if the Knicks had scored 110, 115, and we gave up 110 to the opposing team, something like that. That's if we score less, then I think our defensive efforts should be more concentrated. We should definitely be doing a better job to stop the opposing team. That's how I look at it. But, Stafford Don says they say we didn't have a superstar, but they had 2. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Building Block says, I agree. I pegged the games as a loss because we just don't win against a KD team. I'm glad I was wrong. Me too, bro. Listen, nobody wants to be more happy that I'm wrong than me because I don't want the Knicks to lose. I just want them to go out there and show that same effort that we know they can play with. There's a reason why I call them the Jekyll and Hyde Knicks, because that's who they are. They go up and down with the way they play. And right now, this could be the start of them going, back up, but we'll see. Oh, what's good? The art man, formerly known as Steve. Okay. Afternoon, Ron. He said, great win last night, but we have to be very cautious. We needed all of that Brunson 50 to win. Clippers balling now. We might need another 59 assist game. Listen, Brunson played incredible last night. He was definitely on one, but the Knicks played really good as a team. And I don't want to take anything away from the Knicks because they all kind of did their part. They did really good last night. And other guys could have had even bigger games had they taken the shots or taken the opportunities, but they were feeding Brunson because they know Brunson was hot. But I will say, it is fair to say that if Brunson didn't go crazy the way he did, we would have had a little bit of trouble because he helped us stay in the game. Like a lot of those threes he was hitting was keeping us there. This is what I say that's big about Jalen Brunson. Not only is he a really good offensive player, but he understands what is needed to either keep us in the game if we're losing or to extend the lead if we have a lead. We haven't had that. And I think people overlook that a lot. When you have a guy on your team that understands we need points, whether to stay in the game or points to extend the lead. And it's one thing to know it, and it's another thing to do it. And Brunson has been the first guy that I've seen that can do it for this Knicks team in years. Say what you want about RJ, say what you want about Julius. They don't do it in that way. They score, they get hot, they do their things. But Brunson is calculated with it. I see you hit a three. Maybe I'm gonna come down and pop a three to keep us close. Oh, I see you guys went up 6 or 7. Oh, I need a 2 right here. I got to get a big basket. That's why I don't get mad when he calls his own number, because it's the right thing to do, because he knows we lack consistency when it comes to that. And he is a lot more consistent than a lot of guys on this team. But shout out to Julius, because Julius has been playing really damn well. Really damn well. I would say over this last stretch of games, where there's been 8 to 10 games, Julius has probably been the most consistent. So shout out to him. Illmatics is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. What's good? Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, my guys in the building. Yo, Black, it's time. Tony Crow, Knicks and Bruises. We back. Yeah. What's good? What's good? Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Let me see. Hector Gaston said, this is a great win because they beat us without Durant. First time we beat a team that Durant played on. Tell Kenny Smith we just beat the Suns with 2 better players on the court. You can win with depth. Facts. And it was really disrespectful. I saw somebody put up a post this morning, or was it last night, on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, using what Kenny Smith said and putting up Brunson's numbers from last night and Paolo Banchero's numbers last night, because Kenny said that we don't have a player better than Paolo Banchero on the current roster. I thought that was the most ridiculous thing that Kenny Smith has said in a long time. I thought it was disrespectful. I don't even believe sometimes when certain guys say this type of stuff. I think maybe they're just trying to light a fire under the players, because I really think Kenny Smith Kenny Smith doesn't really say a lot of negative things about the Knicks. He says some things because he's on that show and he's got to coalesce and do what they're doing. But for the most part, he's been kind of even keeled with stuff. So I'm assuming that Kenny's just trying to light a fire under these Knicks players, because he actually is a closet Knicks fan. So I think that's what's going on there, because there makes no sense for Kenny to say something like that. It's a disrespect of the highest magnitude. Oh, man. Yep. Tony says first win over KD in 10 years. Damn. Knicks for clicks. Facts. That's exactly what it was. Sam said, still can't believe Kenny said that. Certified Knicks. I respect the perk for giving respect to teams when it's due. Some others should take no. You know what? But even with Perkins, I think Perk was I think we had a season. You know what I mean? Like our season for Perk was last year. He was all Knicks. This year he's kind of very critical of the Knicks. So I think some other team is getting the love from Perk. I'm not paying attention, but I think we had our run. Oh, man. Okay, so let's do this. Let me put the invite in the chat. You guys are definitely welcome to come up and chop it up. You know how it is. Saturday, this is our show. It's not my show, it's our show, so we can talk about all things Knicks and chop it up. So please feel free to join if you'd like to. As my other fellow content creators have been saying lately, just please be respectful of each other. Let everybody get their points across, and be respectful as far as the language too. Let's not too crazy. Other than that, I think I'm gonna hit the intro and we'll go from there. Oh, and you see it, yeah, JB in the house. You see it. Come on, baby. You know what it is. That's right. Print Jurisdiction Clothing. Captain Clutch. Let's go. It's gonna be tough for me to show you the back, but you kind of know what it looked like, right? I can't really turn all the way around, but oh, maybe I can. Oh, you know who it was. You know it's JB. You see it. Oh man, that was tough. Old age and everything. All right, let me see. Fix my stuff here. Now I messed up my damn green screen. God damn it. All everything's we do for content. Anyway, all right, y'all. Look at my guy. 713 Gamer in the building. Mindhunter for president. Appreciate you, brother. What up, Fliggity? Good to see you, brother. Corey Lee is in the building. Salute. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And also thank you for the generous super chat, Flame. Appreciate you, brother. Once again, guys, I don't know how many times I've said it in the past, but if you ain't watching 718 Boys with my guy Corey Lee and Boulevard, the bully himself on the Blorange Tears Network, Sundays at 10 a.m. What are you doing? What are you doing? Shout out to my guy Hector. What are you doing? Anyway, appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here and rocking. All right, let's hit this intro and then we'll get it cracking. Oh, damn, my bad. Y'all caught me again. Y'all stay catching me, man. Think a brother got some privacy. I'm back. All right. So let's see. Wait, hold on. Kareem said, Ron, did you watch the Kevin Durant press conference last night about Grimes? Kev is so butthurt. No, I guess that's what people are talking about. I didn't see it. So maybe I need to look that up. I didn't see what he said. So I need to find that out. What exactly did he say? Because I see people commenting and I didn't know what was said. I know I did see him talk about Jalen Brunson, and talk about how he is definitely, if he keeps this up, he's definitely going to be a Hall of Fame type player. But how can he say anything negative about Jalen Brunson when he just lit him up for 50? Not him, but the team. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. What did he say? Because I have no clue. And you guys know, I mean, listen, if y'all don't know already, I mean, a lot of y'all do know who know me. I can't stand Kevin Durant. So, I don't pay attention to what that man has to say about nothing. So, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Mega. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I need to get right, man. I'm getting older, so little things that wouldn't have bothered me before bother me. I try to open the door and my first couple fingers slipped off, and then I tried to grab the door with these last two, and the door was too heavy, and I bit my freaking fingers back. Yo, I've been dealing with pain the past 3 days or 2 days. Don't get old. That's all I can tell you. Long Island Sound is in the building. He said, "Sip the juice. I got enough to go around." Facts. Appreciate you, bro. Okay. All right. So, hey, got my first panelist in the building. Let me see here. Let me put this. Let me start with this topic. Let me see here. Okay. Sam, what's good, my brother? How you?
How we doing, Nook? How's it going?
Man, can't complain, man. Good to see you, man. I hope everything's good. I hope law school is treating you well.
Yeah, they put me through. I'm not gonna lie, they put me through the ringer this semester. It's just a workload. Nothing to stress about. But yeah, I was working while taking like the max amount for class credit, so it was a busy one. So that's why I say I always pop up in the chat. I think I joined a couple shows, but like it was one of those where I had no free time at all. So I caught my flight back home yesterday morning around like 9 a.m. So I'm chilling
Oh, so
now.
this is you on break right now?
Yeah, until like
Oh, dope.
mid-January. So I'm gonna try to rest up and go see my grandma probably next week. So I'll be in Memphis probably Christmas. So I probably won't be on, but if there are some shows, I might peep around in the chat a little bit. But I had to join today. I know it's been a while. How you been doing?
Man, I've been hanging in there, brother. You know, just trying to get through life. You know, it don't stop.
Yes, sir. Day by day.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it's good to see you on the show. I'm happy you back and able to relax and enjoy yourself. Take this break, man. Do whatever you can to kind of get your solace and get some peace back in your life, because I know school is tough. You know, it's definitely stressful, and you're doing a great job, brother. And I'll be so happy when we're finished and become official tissue, man.
Can't wait, man. One more year. 2025, May 2025. So one more school year and I am
One
done.
more year. Wow.
Yes,
Damn,
sir.
time
3-year
flies,
program.
man.
So I feel like I've been in school my whole life. It's time to be done with it for good, man. I'm I'm over going to class, man. I'm sick. I mean, you're always continuously learning, but I'm tired of being in the school setting, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Yeah, man. Well, I'm happy for you, brother. Just keep going, keep fighting through all the, that's why they try to make it tough on you. They try to break us, but we ain't gonna break.
You know,
Keep it going,
I
brother.
learned from Brunson last night that anything's possible, Ron. So I'm good to go now. After watching that game, I watched it back this morning. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, I passed out because I was tired. I had to go. I was dealing with the airport yesterday, so I passed out at like halftime. But I rewatched the full game this morning, and complete game from our team. I was pretty pleased with what I saw. I know you're gonna get into it, but I think that's definitely Brunson's best game as a Knick, in my opinion, for sure.
Well, I will say that I have said we've gone through a lot in this Knicks season. There's been a lot of ups and downs so far, even early, and a lot of Knicks fans have been really skeptical of the team and what's been going on, and they've been questioning. We saw early they were questioning Julius Randle, and myself and others have been saying just try to be patient with the Knicks. There's certain things that you can depend on. You can depend on Julius to be Julius. You just know what he is, but understand that he is what he is. So if you see something that doesn't look like Julius, I wouldn't believe that. After a while, he's going to get into his bag, and he's been getting into his bag, right? Because it's just, I forgot the analogy about a clock tells time, whatever, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, so you knew that was going to happen, just like I said that the Knicks are going to have games where they start to look really good. We haven't seen the best Knicks game yet. I think last night was probably the best Knicks game we've seen so far this season. I know they still gave up 122 points. And like I said, it kind of goes with what the pace of the game is and what the Knicks are doing. When you score a lot of points, you're going to give up a lot of points. It just starts to happen because you just feel so good and confident that you're scoring points and you're putting up these numbers that your defense just starts to lax. It's hard to how many games do y'all see where the team scores 130, 140 plus and keeps the other team under 100? You don't see that too often. That's rare. Unless it's like a really good team versus a horrific bad team. You know, maybe something like that will happen where a team will get blown out by 50, but it doesn't happen too often. So yeah, man, I think that the Knicks are just going up and down with how they do their things. That's why they Jekyll and Hyde. So I'm hoping that this road trip, gives the Knicks kind of back to that old feel, because historically the Knicks have been pretty iffy at home and really good on the road. So I hope that this kind of kicks that off again. Not that I'm saying I want that to be the case, but at least I want them to take care of business.
Yeah, and I mean we got 2 tough games back to back, as you know, Ron. So playing both LA teams is gonna be, because I mean I do think at least for tonight, unless it changes. When I did check earlier in the week, Paul George is supposedly going to be out, which does help us a little. But even still, I mean they've got enough firepower on that team to where we have to worry about it. I know Kawhi Leonard has been in his bag lately, and that's a guy that's very hard to stop. So I mean, this is going to be another good barometer test for us with the Clippers and then the Lakers, who just got mollywopped by the Spurs. So I'm sure they're trying to come back with some fight.
Yeah, 100%. You ain't lying, Corey Lee. That's why I had to do that real slow. I move too fast. It's a problem. The show might be over. I'll be like doing the show from over here. Yeah, guys, the Knicks, man. I don't want that.
You gotta do those pull-ups and those you get to those cables, you'll be fine. That's what I do.
I know. I need to do something. And once again, and so I mentioned the hoodie. I showed the print jurisdiction, but don't forget this is the NBK collaboration. Where's the NBK symbol? There we go. NBK collaboration. So please support Sim, the Podfather, Nothing But Knicks, and his collaboration with Print Jurisdiction. Go to printjurisdiction.com if y'all want to get one of these hoodies. They are fire. So definitely go get one if you want, or even get a t-shirt if you don't want the hoodie. They got them in different colorways. So support if you can. Shout out to Maurice Corchado in the building. Maurice, I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, man. So I definitely appreciate seeing you here. Thank you for rocking. And thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let me get my other guy up in here. Yeah, money.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Salute to you, Ron. Salute to you, Sam. Let's hope that last shift for you goes quick, and the end of the semester goes quick for you, man. And salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get it.
Salute to you. Appreciate that, Sean.
You're ready.
Let me read this real quick. Knicks fan Brazil. Hello, my friend. This year hasn't been easy. I'm almost stopped the channel, but I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. The new house this year has taken up all my time and money. Oh, wow. Okay. So first off, I'm glad you didn't stop the channel, brother, because I know this channel that you have has it's been a labor of love for you. I know why you started the channel. I know you've dealt with a lot of stuff personally and health-wise with the family. And I remember the story about your mom and all that. So I would, please don't stop the channel, man, unless you just don't feel like doing it anymore because there's no love for it. But if you continue to love the Knicks and still love what you're doing, don't stop it, because that's kind of like your therapy, brother. And we love seeing you, man. So Victor, much love to you, brother, and congratulations on the new house. I know you're feeling it in the pockets, man, but if you were able to do it, it's worth it, man. So keep doing your stuff, bro. All right. Let me see. I just want to double check and make sure there was no. Our Future Media is in the building. Salute Our Future. Thank you for being here. Ala Wise is in the building. What's good, brother? Appreciate you. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that. But damn, why would you? Oh, they got another one. You see, this is what I'm talking about, Nick family. This is why, as content creators, we get discouraged and we try to do stuff. And we can't even, I already talked about this multiple times. We can't even put forth the best possible show for y'all, because there's so many things that YouTube doesn't let us do anymore, and it really sucks. Because I'd love to be showing you guys highlights and different videos and all this stuff, but YouTube is making it so tough these days to put this stuff up without getting caught up by them. So Knicks fans Brazil said, I lost my monetization just like NBK's sim. It's 200 hours before I get my monetization back. It's kind of discouraging, but I'm fighting. Damn, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, like you don't even do anything. I watch your channel, you don't do nothing crazy, you don't put nothing up there. Like, what are we doing? That's wild, man. YouTube, man, they tripping. This is why I'm saying I'm on YouTube right now, and I know they don't pay that close attention to the words. They look for curses and all that stuff, so hopefully they don't get me. But I mean, listen, as a family, as a people, we might have to do something different, you know what I'm saying? But so I said enough. All right. Now, y'all, if y'all don't see me next week on Monday, you know what happened. They got me. Anyway, all right. So I appreciate y'all, and thank you once again, Victor. I hope everything goes well, and we get back to monetization for you very soon, man. Stinks. All right. So where was I? Let me hit y'all with this, because this is some breaking news. I don't know if y'all knew this. This happened like 2 days ago or 3 days ago now. And I'm like, I know some of y'all are going to be butthurt. This is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it happened. Man. Yeah, man. I know some of y'all like, what? Yeah. Knicks released Dylan Windler. I didn't even know it happened, brother. I didn't even notice that I haven't seen him, but then I started to think I haven't seen him. I don't know, bro. Like, and it's a shame, because this is one of those things that makes you think. Once again, the guy he's 6'7", 6'8". Apparently, he had a really good shot in college. Like, his shot was, he could light it up. But since he's coming to the NBA, I have yet to see him get locked in and really get busy with his jump shot. Even when he was with the Cavs, I didn't see it. I'm not saying I watch every game. He might have had a couple good games here or there, but I just never saw it. Like, some of these guys, when they come into the league, you look at them in college and you think like they're gonna get crazy, like Steph Curry numbers, like Jimmy Fredette type stuff. Like, but then they get into the league and it's not the same. He comes to the Knicks. He didn't get a lot of opportunities, but he got some preseason exposure, and I just never really see him making the best of it. I don't know if he even played in the G League at all. I just never see him. But they give him the shot, he misses the shot. I'm like, the one thing I think you're good at is shooting, and you don't shoot. I don't know. So it just didn't work out, guys. So unfortunately, the Knicks released Dylan Windler, so he is now no longer a New York Knick. And they probably did that to make room for Taj Gibson.
Exactly.
It is what it is. So
I didn't even know he was gone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know either. Like, it is what it is.
It's funny. I really didn't even recognize him being on the team. So I knew someone. It was funny. I was wondering who did they let go so they could bring in Taj. And thank you for bringing that information up to me, man. We're gonna miss him. Once a Knick, always a Knick.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. It sucks, but because you never even get a chance to see these guys. Like, they get a cup of coffee, and I got to tell you, it must be really hard to be an NBA player, or not even just an NBA player. Well, probably, yeah. I think probably NBA more than anything else, because when you're in football or in baseball, baseball could be really rough too. You get a cup of coffee in baseball.
Yeah. Baseball is bad if you're in the minors.
Right. You could be in the minors for years. You get old down there and come up when you're like 30 something. Like, oh, this is this big break. Like, yo, damn. Like, so, but still, just imagine being on a team like Cleveland, right? And you play some minutes or whatever, but you never really get to go the way you want to go. And then when you do get going, you get hurt, right? And then eventually they decide that they want to move on. And then you get an opportunity with the Knicks to play in New York City, coming from Cleveland. That's huge, right? And then all the nightlife and the fun stuff that goes on here, just the atmosphere. Then you're on a Knicks team, and the Garden is rocking, and you're playing at Madison Square Garden. And it's like you're here and you're gone. And you've only been here like maybe 20-something games. that gotta suck. It's gotta stink. So yeah, shout out to Dylan Windler, man. That's tough. It's
I
tough.
think as an athlete, it sucks for him, but I'm sure he's not complaining with his bank check. I don't want to count another man's money, but NBA salary is pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's getting paid for his time, for his services. So yeah, that's a good point. I just think, man, I don't know. I'm like, I get attached. That's why I make I make friendships and stuff wherever I go. So man, that would be rough for me. Like they give me that talk to, like, Ron, we talk to you for a second. Oh no, nah, B. Like, nah, I'm out. I don't want to talk. What I did. That's what I'd be like. But as we said, probably to make room for Mr. Taj Gibson. So welcome back, Taj Gibson, in the building, man. I was so happy and excited to hear about this news. And I'm not like other people. Some fans obviously don't realize that this is just a depth move, but it's also a really good clubhouse locker room presence right here. Taj is a guy that they respect. And the new people that are not familiar with Taj, they're going to learn to respect him because he's a good, consummate professional, a good basketball player. He understands, and he understands Tibbs. So when those guys feel up and down about what's going on with themselves, I'm like, yo, Tibbs, man, what's wrong with him? Why he treating Taj? Come here, young fella. Let me tell you something. That's why Taj is great to have on this team right now. And I honestly think Taj was an influence last night. You didn't see him play until it was extensive garbage time in the last couple minutes. But I have a feeling just having him on that bench with those players when they're going up and down against Phoenix, just his words of encouragement definitely helped the guys. So yeah, man. What's your feeling on having Taj back, Sam? What do you think about it?
I mean, I'm gonna come from the same perspective as you, Unc. I don't believe that Taj might get some spot minutes here and there, but I think it's more so a locker room type move. I mean, this is a guy who's been with the team before. He's grew up with some of these guys when they were younger in the league, like an RJ and guys of that nature, Mitch. So I think it's a good veteran presence. He has won and been a part of some pretty winning teams as we look into that Chicago team that he took part of with Derrick Rose before he's gotten hurt. So Taj Gibson has playoff experience in playoff minutes as well. So I think it's a good voice to have in the locker room. Somebody who's been around the league for a pretty long time now, so he can kind of coach these guys and just another veteran presence, which I think any NBA team would be grateful to have on their roster. So I like the move for what it is right now, and I think the Knicks did a solid job there.
I hear you. I agree with that. What's your thoughts, Shah?
I just want, on this note, I want to big up Wise, peace to the God. The other night he said on the stream, he said, yeah, Taj Gibson is coming. He's coming from Fort Greene Projects on the city bike. He'll be there in a second when they So I just want to say salute to Wise for that. That made me laugh, so I know I had to pass that on. I mean, it was coming once Mitch down, the first thing that was out smoking out the box was pickups of centers and players, and Taj was the number one name that was out there. Veteran presence. He knows Tibbs system. He like Sam said, he also was here when IQ was his first year, his rookie year here, and now he's seeing them all grown up. And as he said, Taj said, he said the same thing. He's seen them, and now they're more like seasoned veterans now than those juvenile. He didn't say juvenile, but the juvenile type first year in the league type guys. So great pickup. I knew it was coming, and big up to Taj Gibson for getting on that city bike, making it to Madison Square Garden before they went on that road trip.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I think it just is the right move. Shout out to Cully. I see you, Cully. What's good, brother? Hope you're doing well. Cully says, I like Taj. Taj ain't it. I hear you, man. But remember, 15-man roster. Taj is not the difference maker that you may be looking for, but he don't hurt the team either. Just like Ryan Arcidiacono. He's just there to help support the squad. He's there for practice. And if somebody go down, because remember, you might say right now, people looking at the squad and saying Hartenstein is playing fantastic, which he really is. And then you're like, well, we got Sims coming in the starting lineup, and he's not missing a beat. He's doing pretty good as well. He ain't Mitchell Robinson, but he's holding his own. He's doing an adequate job. So you're like, we good. We didn't really need Taj. Wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because if anything happens, Sims get into quick foul trouble, then Hartenstein comes in the game. We need somebody to give Hartenstein a breather, spell some minutes there. So that's why Taj does matter. Or God forbid somebody else gets hurt from the bigs, next man up.
Yeah, I think
So it matters.
our future just said it perfectly in the chat. He's basically the emergency rim protector
break
or
glass.
paint presence that you have. Yeah, so that's what Taj is here for. I mean, like I said, he'll probably get spot minutes here and there, like 2 to 5 minutes a night, but like at most. But there are going to be most games where Taj isn't going to play, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be involved in that huddle. And as we already know as Knicks fans, this is something that he's talked about in his prior years in the league of him wanting to go into coaching later on. So Taj is basically a coach for us, but in a player's role on the team. So I appreciate his presence on the team, and we'll just see how it goes moving forward. Like I said, we have a tough stretch of games even in the near future, but definitely in the games past that because we got Mitch out for almost 2 more months. So we'll see how it goes.
Right. 100%. Excuse me. Shout out to my guy Angel Torres in the building. Salute you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Let me see. Was there any other names that I saw pop in that I wanted to say what's up to? I think I already said what's up to Long Island Sound. I appreciate you, bro. Cully. Oh, let me throw that link out there for Jay Boogs. My bad, my brother. There you go. No, I think I got everybody. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, bro. Okay. So I just wanted to read this real quick. And I know this don't affect, the viewers, but this is just interesting to know because I got to tell you, man, YouTube don't be giving people a lot of information. They just do stuff and then they expect you to find out what you did wrong and fix it, which is crazy. Believe me, I know. He said, my problem was using TikTok videos on shorts. The TikTok logo on the shorts is considered reused content. And now I need to go back to 200 hours for the 4,000 hours. That was it for me. Oh, wow. And you know what? That sounds exactly like what you're saying, because when we were reading the YouTube, it was actually me, Sim, and Tony. We were reading the YouTube guidelines and looking at all this crap. And they have making a big deal about reused content. So Sim has already gone through and scrubbed a lot of stuff that he thinks could be reused content. So that stinks. And yeah, and I know you're probably doing that too, Victor. I would advise you to just go through all those videos, and that sucks to do it, but you got to get rid of all them joints that have them TikTok logos in it. Because when you apply for reinstatement to get monetized again, that's what they're going to start looking at your old stuff to see if you've changed the stuff to adhere to their rules. Oh boy, it's crazy, man. All right. Anyway,
real quick, Ron. That's a fly hoodie you got on, man. Salute to MBK. That hoodie, I've been looking to maybe copying it. That one is really, really nice.
Dude, as soon as he came out with, when I knew about it initially, I was already hyped. But this was months ago. I was like, oh man, when this drops, I'm gonna be fire. And then when I actually got to see it on the hoodie, I was like, I gots to get that. No. If there's something, because there's a lot of stuff that I let go, and then later when I try to get it, they don't got my size anymore. I'm like, damn it, man, I should have just got it. This time, I was like, I have to get this hoodie. Yeah, it's definitely dope. I'm interested to see what's next on the agenda, because this is a series that NBK is coming up with print jurisdiction. So I don't know who the next person is on the comic book series, but I'm excited to find out. But this one is really dope. It could be. But he's really I think he's a better rebounder though. So I don't know if they could do something creative with his rebounding, because the dude's a beast on that end. I don't know. Whatever. They're going to have to figure it out. I'm sure they're going to have something. Maybe Block This Monster works, though. Yeah. All right. So Taj Gibson is back, man. So we welcome him back and appreciate everything he has done for us in the past and will do going forward. But that brings us to something else, because we can't not talk about this guy. I know everybody's talking about him. We already kind of alluded to it, but we got to talk about this guy. I gotta hold on. I gotta share screen so I could pull up the stats once again, because it's just nice to talk about it. Y'all know how it is. JB dropping the 50 burger. You see it. You saw what it was, man. JB was not playing last night, man. It was really nice to see. And I got to tell you, man, he's a really special player. We haven't had anybody that gets this hot consistently the way JB does. We've seen Julius get really hot. He's had moments where he's on fire. We've seen RJ has had a couple moments in the past, not as many as the other two. He's had a couple moments where he was on fire. But JB gets these moments going consistently. Like, he just has nights where he's just on fueggies. Like, I don't know how it happens, what goes in. Like, that it's all practice, man. All the practice and repetition of seeing your shot go into the basket, go into the rim, and just constantly repeating the same motion and form is what gets it done. And, you know, he was just letting it fly, man, feeling really comfortable out there. Let me pull up this for you guys. And let me bring Jay Boogie to the stage. Coming to the stage, Jay Boogie. What's good, my brother?
Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Blessing, health, happiness to everybody on this marvelous Saturday. I hope everybody's in the greatest form of life that they can be. And if you're not, do everything you can do to make sure you become that in life, you know. Hope everybody having a wonderful Saturday. Big time win last night. Yeah, I was there in Orlando. And the game was over there in Phoenix. But I was at the 150 club. What that mean? 100% at the 3-point line, 50 times on the scoreboard, you know, doing what he got to do. Big time win. I love what Brunson did. You owed us that, man. I felt like you was Pookie. You owed us that for what you did against Utah. So we deserve to get that. But double that up. Double that up. Like Cameron said, double that up. We was balling up the, you know what I'm saying, the brown bag. They was shooting in, you know what I'm saying, the trash can. Double that up. Bet it back. Bet it back. Katie, who you think? You the only one that got some money? We got some money too. Double it up. I want to see you get like Bernard King, go back-to-back 55th like Bernard King did. You know what I'm saying? When he was on that Texas trip, you know, San Antonio, Dallas, 50-50. Drop another 50 burger tonight, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, man. But I love to win, man. Especially, you know, when you can make Katie, you know what I'm saying, close that mouth, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to say because he tried to line us up. He tried to come back and play against us and thought it was going to be sweet. Guess what? It was rotten for him, you know what I'm saying? You got the nerve to try to fix it and talk about it. Now, we don't want you to talk about it. We don't even want you to say nothing about that, you know what I'm saying, at all. We know what we got over here. We got a legit certified point guard, you know what I'm saying, in the building. We got a legit certified real squad, you know, and shout out to Taj. I hear y'all talking about Taj. Yeah, we don't need Taj to play no ball, but we need him to be there, to be a backup. More importantly, we need Taj, you know what I'm saying, to show that leadership. Shh. All that talking, we doing too much talking to the media, complaining about you getting playing time and all that. Come holler at me and let me go talk to them. But we're going to keep our business back inside the locker room because they already want to do anything that they want to say against us. So that's another big boy role that Taj is going to play. You know what I'm saying? The shutting down, you know, the locker room, keeping that brotherhood inside the brotherhood, keeping it locked and tight like we had it for the last couple of years. No leaks coming out the locker room and none of that. Shout out to my man Sam. And shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Shot Power. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat on this weekend. And shout out to Ron, letting us all know that we all still Knicks fans. Even when things ain't looking good, we still Knicks fans. We're going to find a way to get back to being, you know, a celebrating time like last night, man. And shout out to my baby girl, man, my oldest one, man. She's 36. She just graduated from a college course. She designer business or something like that. She just graduated that, and I'm out here in Orlando waiting on my flight to get back to, you know what I'm saying, to Raleigh. But it was a blessing for me to be, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at in life, to be able to see that. You know, I never seen my oldest one graduate anything because of past tense, what I did in my life and everything. So when I came home in February 2016, she graduated from the Air Force. But they didn't allow me to be up on there, you know what I'm saying? You can't go up on them bases, you know what I'm saying, with background. So God's been good and great towards me and my family, amongst all my Knicks fans and everything. God has been great to it. Allow me to be able to see another day when my daughter was graduating. So I'm feeling real good, feeling great. And to see that, man, that 150 club last night, oh my God, man. Let's go. In the words of Ron, let's go.
Facts, Jay Boogie. Facts.
Hey,
So
congrats to her, Jay Boogie, and definitely salute to you. That's a
Congrats,
major
word up.
accomplishment. Major accomplishment for sure. And she needs to treat herself because she deserves it for sure.
Man, appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love. We still waiting on yours, man. You know, every time I see you, I want to know where that paperwork at. Where that
Hey,
paperwork. So when you
May
get it, make sure you share that with us, man, because we big
May
fans of you.
2025, I got y'all. May 2025, that's the date, that's the month and year. So I got you guys.
Let's go. And where
Let's
you at?
go.
Where you at?
Well, I'm back home right now in Atlanta, but for school, I'm in Milwaukee at Marquette University. So I'm right there at Pfizer where the Bucks play. I'm pretty much down the street right there in Wisconsin. So I'm all the way up north by Chicago, about an hour out.
Marquette, was that Dwayne Wade school?
Yep. Dwayne
Yeah.
Wade, Jay Crowder, Juan Toscano. They're pretty good right now. They like top 8. So Knicks might be looking at a couple of their guys. Who knows? We don't know.
Let's go. Love to see when, I love to see when people, they living through their, what I'm saying, their dreams. They're not just sleeping on that pillow dreaming about it. They're waking it up and they pursuing for them, you know what I'm saying? That's great to know, man. Everybody pursue your dreams, man. Make them happy. You your own roadblock. Can't nobody stop you but yourself. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what color, what race, or how old you are. It doesn't matter. Pursue. And when things look shaky, mash the gas extra hard and pursue a little bit more harder. But pursue. Yeah.
Facts. 100%, man. Listen to them words. That's for real. Like it matters. Just keep going. Keep going. Fight your way through it. You know what I mean? Because you come out on the other side and you're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I made it. I did it. And time, man. That's another thing. Real quick, just whatever y'all think about today and have a mindset to do, just do it, man. Time flies, man. Time flies. This year has already gone past so quick. And that's what happens when you have a dream or a thought. You sit on it. Next thing you know, a year has gone by, a couple years has gone by. Then you're like, why didn't I do that? Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. So I hear you. I hear you, Jay Boogie. I'm with that. So is what it looked like, folks. You see it. Let me drop this down, get it out of Jay Boogie face. Okay, here we go. So this was the box score. I'm sure a lot of y'all have already seen it, but just to once again, man, RJ, 21 points, 6 of 10 shooting, 60%, 1 of 2 from 3, 50%, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. RJ's still doing it. He's still shooting over 80% from the free throw line, y'all. So really, I want to go back to that point. We talk about RJ, him being inconsistent and kind of having these moments where we're like, what's going on with RJ? But I want to say the fact that he's still knocking down his free throws at that clip says that the focus is still there. The shot is still there because when he's calmed down and able to be at the free throw line, he can make it. So some of the stuff that's happening on the court is where he's got to kind of get back. He loses his way sometimes. Like the game against Utah, he was lost, okay? Because it's not about lost like you don't know what the hell you're doing out there. It's lost because you don't know what's good for you anymore. You don't know what you've been doing to keep yourself efficient, like that was working for you earlier. RJ took like how many threes in that game? And when he missed the first 2, I'm like, I don't know. Then he missed the third one. I'm like, okay, RJ, all right, chill. And he was pulling. I'm like, this is what I don't want to see. I understand shooters going to shoot. And they say, you know what, you can shoot. But RJ ain't really a shooter like that. So don't give me that. I don't want to hear that from RJ. What I want RJ to do is say, all right, I missed 3 or 4 threes. Next shot, I'm a pump fake. I'm going to take you off the dribble. I'm going to take it to the rack. I need to see the ball going in the hoop. You know what I mean? Like, get back to that. RJ is one of the better slashers in the NBA. He can get to the rim at will, and yet sometimes he forgets that. I'm not saying he's going to finish every time he gets to the rim, but he can get there. So he got to get back to that and really believe in himself. And I got the game on in the background right now. They're in the third quarter. Knicks are down 3. Jalen Brunson just hit a 3. This is the third quarter, so you know he's about to light it up. Anyway, okay, back to what I was saying. Then Julius Randle had 23 points, 10 of 16 shooting. Once again, very efficient, very consistent right there. 62% from the field. 1 of 3 from 3, 33%. But he knocked down both his free throws. Then you got Emmanuel Quickly, who played. So shout out to Tibbs. He had 12 points. He played 10 minutes the other day. Tonight he played 24 minutes. That's more like it. Quickly had 10 points. He was 3 of 8 from the field and 1 of 3 from 3, so 37% from the field, 33% from 3. And this is a regular game, like a standard game for people. Everybody else was shooting, incredible. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. But he had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. That's the type of stuff you want from a guy coming off the bench to help go with whatever's happening with the starters. You know what I mean? That's good look for Quickly. Grimes, once again, ever since he's gone to the bench, you see how he's been chipping in. He shot 42% from the field, 50% from 3 of 6. He had 9 points. So once again, sometimes he didn't have a lot of other stats. He had 2 rebounds and 1 assist in 14 minutes. But the point is, 9 points contributes to the Knicks. Like, if you're a scorer or can score, you got to contribute in some way or fashion, or you're not really helping. Outside of the defense, we know he went, and then of course, now that he's back to being confident, you see his defense is getting better again. It's wild how that happens. Let me just mention these 2 more people. Josh Hart played 28 minutes. He had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He shot 37% from the field, 3 of 8. Not the best Josh Hart game. I'd like to see a little bit more from him. But this is one of them days. I mean, but 28 minutes to only have 2 rebounds for Josh is kind of surprising when he averages around 7 rebounds a game. Dante DiVincenzo had played 19 minutes as a starter, had 5 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Once again, I hope there's no DiVincenzo haters out there calling him a ham sandwich because now he's in the starting lineup. We already talked about this. I don't think we need to talk about it anymore. The starting lineup is the issue when it comes to that extra player out there. You already got the big 3, at least our big 3. When you're that 4th option, this is what you deal with. Grimes already showed you the blueprint. Now DiVincenzo's getting it. So it is what it is. It just is what it is. But that being said, lastly but not least, Mr. Jalen Brunson, 50 points, 35 minutes played, 17 for 23, 73% from the field, almost 74%. 9 of 9 from 3, 100%. 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 77%. 6 rebounds. That's right, 6 rebounds from the 6'1" guy. 9 assists and 5 steals. You want to say something negative to me about Jalen Brunson from last night's game, I might have to, do some damage. So, like, we got a problem. You can't tell me nothing negative about Jalen Brunson in last night's game. So, yeah, man, just incredible. And I think, was it Monica McNutt had mentioned, or maybe it was another announcer that mentioned that he was the first one in Knick history to have 50 points, 5 steals, at least 5 assists, 5 rebounds. That stat line is pretty crazy. Something like that. So whatever. You got to love it. Got to love it. Look at my guy down there. I see you. Let me drop this down. Y'all know what happened. I mean, let me just hold on. Well, let me read this real quick and I'll bring my guy up because I'm happy to see him. Where is it? And let's see what the Phoenix finished with. Durant finished with 29. Devin Booker finished with 28 and 9. But let me tell you something. Y'all be sleeping on Nurkic. Nurkic is a good player, bro. 21 points, 12 rebounds. Yeah. He's and then last night's game, was it last night? I think it was last night. The game they had prior, he had 16 points and 22 rebounds. Nurkic is he's not no slouch. Like, I feel like that's the thing that you wonder about a team. Like, what is Phoenix going to do? They're going to bring in Beal. They're going to bring in Durant. They got Booker. How are they going to, round out this team? There might be some issues with their bench. They got some question marks, but their starting lineup it's a solid starting lineup. And Nurkic is, to me, he's more valuable to this team than what's his face would have been, who's with Portland now. I'm forgetting his name.
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. I just think that Nurkic fits them better, and he just goes out there and gets whatever he gets. Aiden may have wanted a bigger role here, so Nurkic works. And then, listen, people sleep on Drew Eubanks. I like Drew Eubanks. I wanted him to be the backup center for the Knicks before they got Hartenstein. We wound up with a good one with Hartenstein, but Eubanks would have been a solid backup to me because he's got some good stuff in his game. All right, and okay, enough about that. Let me just say that the game charts indicate. Where is it? Okay, points in the paint. It was 56-60. Phoenix had 60, so they did a little better than the Knicks in points in the paint. Second chance points 17-14. Knicks won that battle, and in fast break points it was 11-7. Okay, but look at the shooting, y'all. This is where the Knicks really won this game. I mean, of course they had to play some defense down the stretch, but I mean, rebounds. There wasn't a lot of rebounds to go around in this one, but the Knicks still did a good job of out rebounding Phoenix. 30 assists for Phoenix, but 28 for the Knicks, which is beautiful. 9 steals to 4 steals, 5 blocks to 3 blocks. The Knicks won those battles. Keep the turnovers down, not too bad. 11-11, good for both teams. But then we get into the shooting, man. 59% from the field for the Knicks, 52% for Phoenix, 58% from 3 for the Knicks, 39% from 3 for Phoenix, and then 85% from the free throw line for these Knicks, folks. You know what I'm saying? And then 81 for Phoenix. But yeah, man, if the Knicks shoot like this from the field, the 3 and the free throw line, their percentage of winning, I'm sure it's got to be some astronomical number. I don't think they'd lose a lot of those games. So good for them, and it was dope to see. All right, let me get my guy in here. Victor, what up, E? Let's go. What's going on, Victor?
Hi, my bro. Hi, J Boogie. Hello, my guy. Hello,
What's
my
up,
guy.
V? What's up, V? My brother from another country. What's up, my brother?
What's up, bro? I miss your phrase lá. Salute, 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 salute. 3 capitals.
That's right.
Oh,
Salute,
man.
my bro. And salute, né, Sam? And salute, Chá, né? Do Knicks Real Talk. Salute, my
Yes.
guys.
Salute,
Yes.
Victor. How you doing?
Today I so happy, bro, because Suns Brazil in the last game joked a lot with me.
Really? So
Today,
Suns Brazil was letting you have it, huh?
Yes. Today I joke so much with Suns Brazil. Okay.
Good. You got to let them have it, Victor, because you know these guys, they be think. See, sometimes I think we as Knicks fans do it to ourselves too. We don't realize that this Knicks team is good. They sometimes get into these bad moments where they don't play up to their up to their abilities, should I say, not their expectations, because we can expect a lot. They don't play up to their abilities sometimes, but this Knicks team is good. I'm not saying they're great, but they are good, and in some moments they can go on runs where they really surprise people, and they shouldn't be a surprise because this is year 4. We know who they are now. There's no more question marks. The Knicks team is good. All right, it's just all about what can we do to become better. So,
bro,
we'll see though.
Hey, Ron, real quick.
One player. We need one player like Jalen Brunson for a Knicks became a contender, in my opinion, bro. We need one. This
Maybe
guy.
You're right. Hold on 1 second, Victor. Hold on 1 second.
For example.
Hold on 1 second, Victor. What were you gonna say, J Boogie?
No, I was gonna say, man, they're calling for our board right now.
I figured that was the case. Yeah.
So I just wanted to come and rock with y'all, and I'm glad I was here and Vic came on, man. But y'all have a great, beautiful, continue on throughout your weekend. You know, enjoy yourself. You know, and let's get a back-to-back W tonight. Let's get a broom sweep on the Clippers. In fact, even though we know they rocking, they the hottest team in the league right now. But you know what I'm saying? We hot too, you know? So let's do what we got to do, man. And y'all guys, man, have a great weekend, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Salute, 3 capital S's, man. Much love and respect.
Have a safe flight, J Boogie. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
J Boogie, I want to make an interview with you, bro.
I'll let him know. I'll tell him.
Yes. And
my fault. I didn't want to cut you off, Victor. Yeah, what
Bro,
were you saying? I'm sorry.
You talk about the Knicks. Our team is it's funny in the situation. Our team is not so big now to be a championship, not to be a champion, and not a worst out from playoffs. Our team it's good, bro. Our team it's good, but I think this team needs one guy. One guy. Uh, I saw today in Nick Fans TV talk about Kyle Kuzma. What do you think about Kyle Kuzma? Do you like it about Kyle Kuzma, for example? Because Knicks fan base wants so much. I want, for example, Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan Mitchell has a big problem with contracts now, with Cavaliers now. It's complicated now. But we know Donovan Mitchell wants to be a Nick, in my opinion. Nah? But, bro, really, I think this team needs a one guy like Jalen Brunson. This team be a contender. Really. And I want comment fast about Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson now it's very important from this team. So many reasons. In my country, people don't like because people think the Knicks brings a super player now, and we know now don't have a chance. And Taj Gibson, it's good for us in this point. Right. The roster likes so much, this guy. Taj Gibson with Tom Thibodeau, it's a great relationship with this guy. So in this moment, Taj Gibson, for us, it's very, very, very great because Taj Gibson plays so well in center and power forward too. So I think it's very important from this team. So in this moment, I won't. So long time ago now, Ron. I don't talk in this channel, and
I know it's been a minute.
I won't say this points now. So
yeah.
Thanks so much now for.
No, of course, bro. You know, you're always welcome. I'm happy to hear from you. Happy to talk to you, man. So. You said a couple things here. One, I will say, I know some people. I know people have already kind of left the wagon, like they've jumped off the bandwagon and they're not thinking about it. I'm gonna be with Victor here. I still like Mitchell Robinson, Donovan Mitchell. I still wouldn't mind if the Knicks got him. Now I know I look at him a little different. I will say that so the problem is. Some fans are looking at Donovan Mitchell and saying, we need to bring Donovan Mitchell here so he can be the guy. No. We need Donovan Mitchell here so he can be another guy. The guy is Jalen Brunson. To me, I don't care what nobody says. Yes. I know Julius has been playing great. I love what I'm seeing from, but Jalen Brunson is the guy. And the problem is it takes nights like last night for a lot of fans to say, oh, you know what? Jalen Brunson is the No, you don't need to see that. You should already know that from last year. You should already know that from the fact that he's Captain Clutch on my hoodie.
Yes.
Because he always comes through when we need it for the most part. I mean, he's not 100%. Everybody struggles, but he comes through. Right. And so when you have a guy like that on your team and the guy can score a lot of points, he's the guy.
Yes.
If Jalen Brunson could be a guy who might hit big shots, but maybe he's not a consistent scorer, it's different. But he can score consistently, and he's willing to take that shot. So he's willing to say, oh, I missed the free throw. It was my fault. Oh, I missed the shot at the end. It's on me. That's the guy you need. That's why he's the guy. Donovan, who has been in that role many times, hasn't always hit that shot, especially in the playoffs. So I don't want him to come here and be the dude. Let Jalen be the dude. Let Donovan be the number 2. And that will give the Knicks so much more, freedom to go out there and do so much on the offensive side. If we're able to keep one of the two, and I say one of the two because I don't think we can keep both, so be it.
But
between Randle and RJ.
RJ.
Yeah, because
Yes.
one of them probably got to go.
But in my opinion, I start a Knicks fan in '92, because bro, I watch so much Patrick Ewing. The Knicks has a great center. I miss in the Knicks on a center like Patrick Ewing. And Mitchell Robinson, it's very good in rebounds, blocks, offense rebounds. But bro, I miss so much a center like Patrick Ewing. And this center for me, it's like Embiid, but I don't see a chance now from the Knicks. Got it, this guy. Do you know? And Mitchell Robinson, I like and don't like same time. But do you know? I miss the center. Afraid with another teams with the
Right.
the Knicks, bro. But now I want your opinion and share in the chat about KnicksFanTv.
The Kyle Kuzma thing.
Talk.
Yeah.
Yes, I want your opinion, guys, about this.
Okay. Well, let me say one more thing. One more thing about and I'm gonna get the guys' thoughts on it too, and then I'll ask them to weigh in on Kuzma. Shout out to Phil from Morning Brew Sports. He did a quick little video, about a 10-minute video about Donovan Mitchell and about the rumor mill kind of starting up again about what's going on with Cleveland. So Cleveland is going through a lot right now. Some people think that if Cleveland doesn't get to like the Eastern Conference Finals, the writing may be on the wall and Donovan may really want to get up out of there. And like, that's like, you know, it's kind of their last effort to kind of keep them and hold on to them or whatever. So have you guys been following Cleveland? Cleveland is dealing with a lot of injuries right now. Garland and some of their bigs are out. And one of their bigs is going to be out for a while. So Cleveland may struggle for a little bit. So Phil was saying, think about it, maybe right now is the best possible time to kind of reach out to Cleveland and test the water, see the temperature, like can what they're willing to do, because it's not looking good right now. Plus they're 9th right now in the Eastern Conference. So maybe it's time to check in and see what the Donovan Mitchell trade might be looking like. So I just think that, shout out to Phil. I think that he might have a point there, and it's something that they need to look at. It's just understand that if something happens, the Knicks gonna have to give up something. I wouldn't give up what they were trying to give up before. I may lessen it by a pick or maybe by a player. It's still gonna have to be something good, but it won't be as crazy as it was the first time around. But anyway, so that being said, and the Kyle Kuzma thing, I'm personally okay with Kyle Kuzma, but I just need to, I don't know. I mean, how do you know that? I just need Kyle Kuzma to look like he's a professional and he's taking this stuff seriously, because sometimes he still gives me these kind of immature vibes, like he's just out there having fun and playing, but there's something about the next level and winning, and that's the reason why LeBron was okay with letting him walk, like getting him out of there, because LeBron knows the type of player he's looking for. You don't just give up on a Kyle Kuzma who has the ability to score the way he does. He has the height that he does, and he can play some defense. Somewhat, he's okay. So obviously there was something that LeBron didn't see there that he was missing. Now maybe in time it's coming along. Maybe he's better now. I don't know. I don't watch enough of him, but I just see sometimes it's a little immature over there, and being with Jordan Poole and the stupid stuff that he's been doing. I'm like, I don't necessarily love it. But anyway, Sha, what's your thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell stuff real quick, and then Kyle Kuzma?
Kyle Kuzma, I think, is a hard pickup. I'm still trying to battle with putting anybody at the 3 position and pushing RJ back to the 2 position. Even though he's a bigger guy and he plays better defense this year, I'm not sure if that's his natural position anymore. He plays a good small forward position, at least, you know, in spurts. And that was for Kyle Kuzma and Donovan Mitchell. If it happens, I think it won't be until this would be a opportunity. I also seen the skit from the short from Phil, and I've been debating about this since last year when we was trying to get him. If we get him, it's all depends on who we have to give up and how quick we can get him. I don't know if we can get him now, but the perfect opportunity right now is to try to touch base and pick up that phone because they got Garland's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. The other power forward center, he's going to be out 8 to 10 weeks with his ankle. He has some ankle surgery, something going on, and two major players on their team is going to really deplete their team. You know, it maybe can accumulate to a lot of losses. And if this would be a perfect time to if the Knicks really wanted to. Now that it's already past the 15th, if they were looking to try to get him, this would be the opportune time. But for me, it all depends on who we have to give up. Even with Kyle Kuzma, who will we have to give up to get either one of these guys to bring them over here to make the team whole again? So that's my biggest. I was going to try to use a big word. That's my big flaw to whatever happens to how we can acquire these guys. Who are we giving up? And that all comes into the play about what IQ is and how we're going to pay him. You know, we get both these guys that we're talking about making over $25 million a year, or about $25 million a year. Can we fit them in here and still stay under the apron and all these other things? So for now, I see what the Knicks can do, what the front office can do. I know they want to make a big trade, and let's see what happens. There's a couple of things that's going to go on, and you're going to hear every player that's valid, that has a little bit of defense and is a small forward, be coming for the Knicks now. The Knicks going to be tied to all of these guys. So the front office has been making some pretty decent moves this year, last year, and a couple of years that they've been here under the Leon Rose regime, and I believe that they're looking to get better. To be more, playoff bound-ish. So let's see what happens. I'm not opposed to any one of those guys. It all depends on I oppose it depending on who they give up for these guys. That's all.
Fair. What's your thoughts, Sam, about Donovan and Kuzma?
So for me, I think it's more. I have a little bit less to say about Kuzma because of just the way that he plays the game. I'm not sure if that fit is going to work either because of the amount of shots that Kyle Kuzma does demand. Right. He's a guy that does want the ball. So how are you going to have, Brunson, Randle, and Kuzma? Is that going to really work for us? I know he's got, better defense than what we have now currently at the 3, but is he really that much of a better defender than RJ? I don't know. And if we're going to have guys, and I've heard this from many people, if we're going to have guys like Brunson and Randle, who we know are very good offensive players, but not that well on the defensive end, we need guys that are elite level or close to at the 3 and the 5. We've already got Mitch at the 5 for a defender, but he's currently out. So for me, if we're going to get a 3, it needs to be a guy who can play some elite level or close to elite level defense. If we're going to get a guy like that who can catch and shoot as well. So Kuzma, I think he is a solid option, but I think that, it might not be the right move for us right now, depending on what Washington is willing to give up. I mean, that team is a dumpster fire, but I think Kuzma's probably the bright spot that they have on that team. I don't know if they really be willing to move on from him. We've already seen that they let KP walk, so I think that they'll kind of be reluctant to just give up Kyle Kuzma, because after that team is pretty much just G League all-stars. So I'm not sure if they'd be willing to do that. As far as Spider goes, I mean, like you said, Shaw, I mean, they've got Garland just fractured his jaw. He's out. Then you got Mobley, who's been out, and he won't be back for pretty much about the same time as Mitch, if he's lucky. Right. Because I think, as you said, it was an ankle, or it might have. I even saw that somebody hinted it could have been a arthroscopic knee surgery, which is actually worse if he got that. But any surgery that you have to get, like you said, he's out probably 8 to 10 weeks. So that team is going to be struggling. They've been struggling. I don't know what the Cavs are going to do there, because at this point now you're just trotting out Donovan Mitchell and pretty much whoever. I mean, you got Jared Allen, but you got other guys around him who really just aren't that impactful on the offensive side of things. So, I mean, it's just going to be a matter of what can the Knicks move. If we do get Spider, like I'm saying, if we do that, in my opinion, I think that RJ might be gone. And I know people don't want to hear that, but the Knicks are going to, like you said, Ron, it's going to come down to RJ or Randle. And I don't see them moving Randle in a trade like that because that's a bigger gap for you to fill at a starting power forward spot. They get Donovan Mitchell, they'll probably just try to slide hard in at the three. I don't know what they would do. I mean, we'd still be depleted. But, I mean, if you're going to pick up a guy like that, at least you know that you're going to up the scoring from that two position because it's currently constructed. It doesn't matter who's there. If it's Grimes, DiVincenzo, Hart, like those guys aren't going to get that many shots off. So if you get a guy like Spider here, you've got a two guard that is going to shoot the ball a lot. He can create a little bit, so you might see a little bit more catch and shoot from Brunson, which we know he's pretty much a sniper in the catch and shoot role, a little bit off ball movement from him. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more so to no on the Kyle Kuzma thing. The Mitchell thing, if it works, you have to see. I mean, we've got a bevy of picks that we still not used. See how valuable some of those are to the Cavs potentially. And then I think you have to move one of those young guys. I mean, I don't know how the IQ situation is going to work for us because we haven't signed him. And we do know that the team's going to give him the bag. I guess the Knicks are going to plan to try to match that. But it's in my eyes, I think a team like – I could see easily a team like Chicago offer the bag for Emmanuel quickly. And he'd be more leaning to go and play there with Kobe White because he'd know that he'd get some of those starting minutes there. I'm not sure if Levine will be bad guys like that. So I could see a team that's in need of guard help offering IQ money. So I guess the Knicks would probably be more inclined to move forward off of that if they're not willing to match that money. But it's a later discussion for a later time. Right now, I'm kind of indifferent on the Mitch thing, but Kyle Kuzma, I'm going to pass on that.
I got one quick question. One quick question. What do you think IQ is worth right now? What around what money do you think he can get from some opposing team?
So I battle with this question because it's been the talk obviously of the town for the Knicks, one of the talks of the town, and for me it's more so I think he gets a little bit more than Hart did, but I could see, and I think Hart's getting like 18 to almost 20 mil a year, so I could see a team offering Emmanuel quickly close to 25 mil. I know that's crazy that it sounds, but you got to look at the contracts guys are getting here, and I think for a guy that the type of player quickly is, if he shows that he's very consistent, because that's his only issue right now. If he's more consistent with his product that he's putting out there as far as his points per game, I think you can see a team offering Emmanuel quickly $100 million deal, potentially, if they're expecting him to pop. Just like how we took a chance on Brunson, I could see a team taking a chance on IQ, not saying that he's a Brunson-level player, but I could see a team like I said, a Chicago or a team like that trying to offer him close to 25 mil a year. So I'd say somewhere around probably like 22 to 23 mil IQ could potentially make. I don't want to go as far as 25, but like I said, the team could take a chance on him. Yeah.
But I hear in Brazil, Sam, about Emmanuel Quickley, about Orlando Magic and San Antonio Spurs won't be a offer, né? About Emmanuel Quickley. It's complicated because San Antonio Spurs and the Orlando Magic has a money for this negotiation, and Emmanuel Quickley for me it's a really it's a six guy from the league. For me is the best six guy in NBA for me. Okay, and it's complicated because Emmanuel Quickley grow up so much in the last 2 years, and I saw these teams like Orlando Magic and San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio Spurs, bro, has Victor Wembanyama, Emmanuel Quickley has a chance. Pay more and play with Victor Wembanyama. I am worried about this because I like so much Emmanuel Quickley. Emmanuel Quickley, I don't like your decisions and your games, but now it's grow up so much in this too. grow up so much with your decisions in games. You know, forgive my English, okay? My country, we talk Portuguese, okay? Wrong,
No,
no.
I,
Okay,
I understand. I
okay.
understand. Yes, he's yeah.
Yeah.
But I am worried about Emmanuel Kikli, nah? and I want your opinion, guys, about Siakam. In my country,
Ooh, yeah.
in Brazil,
Okay.
people talk so much about Siakam because Toronto Raptors. I hear this team has a want, negotiate, Siakam and Anunoby, and in your opinions, the Knicks has a chance. Knicks needs make a move about this guy or not. But because Siakam, I think it's a good player, but in Knicks will be good for us or not?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been saying for the past couple years, I thought Siakam was someone that I'd like the Knicks to go after.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know because Siakam is kind of having a down year this year. So I don't know why that is. Is it because uh the he's just, not as in love with the team the way it is, and he doesn't have that same feeling that he's had the past few years? I don't know what it is. Or is it the emergence of Scotty Barnes as an offensive player? So maybe it's about the touches, and so some of those touches that Siakam would get are going to Barnes now because Barnes has been playing good offensively. That could be it. Maybe that's the difference. But I just look at his numbers, and his effectiveness is just not what it was in the past. And I wonder what it was. I thought it was Fred VanVleet being gone, but when you look at what Dennis Schroeder is giving them, he's giving them similar play that on the defensive end, offensively maybe a little less explosive than Van Vliet, and not as good of a 3-point shooter, but he's really close. So they haven't really missed a lot losing Van Vliet. So I really don't know what it is, but is there something a little iffy about it? The other thing is, once again, it goes back to any Toronto player you can think of, unless that player is going to be a free agent and the Knicks have money, you might as well just forget about it because Toronto is not dealing with the Knicks. There's nothing. They don't like each other. They're suing each other in court right now. Or should I say the Knicks are suing them. They're not going to do any deals with them. So yeah, I try not to even think about it anymore. But but if it was different, Victor, then he still might be on my radar. But because I know that they don't like each other, I just don't. What's the point? You know what I mean? So I wanted to say something also in reference to, because we did talk about if the Knicks were to get somebody like a Donovan Mitchell, if that was a possibility, RJ or Randle would probably have to go, and most likely would be RJ. Although, because there's been so much indecisiveness with the Cavaliers, big guys, they might want Julius Randle.
RJ, no. Randle, okay. Barrett, no. Barrett, no.
I know. And
Barrett, no.
RJ's my guy, Victor. I love RJ, but let me just say this.
Randle can go. Randle, ciao. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
I have Funkos, okay? I have Funkos.
I know.
I have my Funko, bro. I have my Funko.
There you go.
Oh, look, the Victor Funko. That's nice.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, look at that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, you might as well look at it and say, okay, even with what RJ's doing and how we were so excited to see what he was doing to start the season, and now he's kind of come back down to earth, but the free throw shooting is still pretty good. RJ for the season is averaging 15 shots per game, right? He's shooting 42% from the field still, even though he's had some really tough games. Because he started off so hot, his numbers are still up there. So he's shooting 42% from the field, which is not horrible, but league average is around 44, something like that. So he's still below. He's shooting 35% from three, That's how much of a dip he's taken, which 35 is around league average. So that's not bad. But remember, RJ was in the 50s. Like, he was crazy what he was shooting for a minute. And then it dropped down in the 40s. But okay. He's shooting 84% from the free throw line, which is fantastic. That's beautiful to see from RJ. Keep going. He's averaging 3.8 rebounds, so almost 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists a game. All right. And like I said, 19 points. And we're looking at RJ and we're saying, man, it's nice to see RJ take a leap and get better early in the season. Now he's struggling, but at least he's still shooting free throws. He's at 84%. That's fantastic. But then you go on the other side and you take a look at Donovan Mitchell. And what is Donovan Mitchell doing? He's averaging around 21 shots per game. He's shooting 45% from the field. He's shooting 34.5% from three, which is around league average, 35%. So he's not an incredible three-point shooter, but he's right there at the average. He's shooting 88% from the free throw line. He's averaging 5.9 rebounds, 6 rebounds. He's averaging 5 assists a game. He's averaging 27.6 points per game. Like, what are we doing? We could be in love with RJ, but let's be real here. If it comes down to RJ and Donovan, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, come on. I love RJ, but I know. This is a no-brainer. We got to do what we got to do here. I'm just saying.
Bro, I like RJ, but I love New York Knicks. I like RJ, but I prefer the Knicks. The Knicks has a chance with a big player. I prefer. Bye-bye, RJ. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you got to look at it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, because it doesn't matter what RJ's doing. He's not better than Donovan Mitchell. So it just is what it is. Like, shout out to Inside Source. Appreciate you. Salute. Once again, shout out to G Money, Gideon Amankwa. Thank you for being here. Mini Me 1231 is in the building. He said, what about size? And thank you for being here and rocking. Salute. Please smash that like button. And defense. I hear you. Now, I will say RJ has been playing pretty solid defense this year. It's not incredible, like you're like, oh man, you see how RJ locked that guy down, but no. But it's all about how often is the person that RJ is guarding getting off and scoring a lot of points against RJ? Is he doing a good job limiting their effectiveness? And he has been doing that. He's not stopping anybody, but he's limiting them. So that is good defense. So RJ's been playing pretty good defense this year. So I got to give him credit for that. Donovan Mitchell, that will be the trade-off. So it goes back to the point of, will we be able to have enough defense as a team to make up for Donovan Mitchell being here? And when we are playing good defense and struggling offensively, if Jalen Brunson has one of those nights where his shot isn't falling, will Donovan Mitchell be the guy that takes control of the game and gives us what we're missing because Jalen doesn't have it? Because that is how you got to look at it. At some point, you got to say to yourself, all the other teams around the league, they're not just adding defensive players to help their team. They're adding scorers. When do we look at it and say, okay, maybe we need to add a scorer too? Because even though the Knicks have been struggling defensively the past 4 games or so, the Knicks are still one of the top teams in defense in the league. So it's not like all of a sudden, if we brought in Donovan Mitchell, we're just going to get blown out by every other team because we can't play defense. We still have defensive players here. The Knicks have to be smart in who they give up if they were to trade for him, because you can't give up all your defensive talent. You got to make it make sense. So, we'll see, man. I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about the hypotheticals because nothing's happening right now. We don't know if anything's going to happen. But, just throwing it out there.
Ron, I won't say fast comment. In my country, people say funny thing about RJ. RJ needs be a more bad boy. Use a beer, has a tattoo, and some more bad boy because RJ so good boy.
He's a nice guy.
In the car. I like RJ, but people say this in my channel that RJ needs to be a bad boy.
Right. RJ is the one, your daughter says, yeah, I'm going to the prom, and you open the door, it's RJ. You're like, oh, okay. Hey, Right. Yeah. So, I hear you though. I mean, he doesn't. That was one of the things that bothers me about RJ. He's a really hard worker. He's a professional, and he's got a great work ethic as far as not even just being a hard worker, but like he does. Like if you got to spend 100 hours in practice, RJ's giving you 100+ hours in practice. He does what he needs to do. But
Yes.
when it comes to the physical side of it, and giving you that extra fire, that grit, sometimes he doesn't look like he has it when he goes up against somebody, a hard foul. The guy's like, yo, what? And the RJ's like, come on, man, what you doing? Like see RJ kind of, get a little feisty sometimes. Because I always think that I've never really seen RJ play mad. Maybe once he was upset, but it was more mad at the refs because the refs wasn't giving the call. He felt like he was getting beat up, so I saw him upset. But like, I'd like to see a little bit more of that, just to see like how his game translate. How does he look when he's really upset and like he's playing for something more than just regular? Like he's like, oh, he's going for it, and we don't get to see a lot of that. And maybe that's a good thing because he stays even keeled, and that's why sometimes we say when there's a pressure situation and other guys can't step up and hit a shot, RJ will knock down a big three against the Boston Celtics over Jason Tatum because he's just so even keeled. I'm just gonna do it. I don't know, man. You got to appreciate people for who they are, and if that's who they are, we got to respect it. Can't change.
I like RJ. I prefer like RJ. Then I forgot the name, bro. The Golden State Warriors.
Draymond Green.
Yes, Draymond Green. I prefer a calm RJ in this point.
Yeah. I hear you.
The RJ, the Draymond Green crazy. I prefer RJ.
Right. I'm with you on that. I don't think I want a Draymond Green here. I know he might help us in some ways, but he's gonna hurt us in a lot of ways too. So I just rather not see that personally. That's why I don't want like a Patrick Beverly here. Because these guys they come with that same mentality, but they're not the same player. Like Patrick Beverly used to actually score and add some points to a team when he used to help them out. So now this guy wants to still take the shots and he's not scoring, or his defense is just like there's a lot of talented players in the NBA and it's just not as efficient as it was before in my eyes. I could be wrong, but that's how I look at it. So I wanted to talk about this real quick because I think that I don't know if a lot of people knew this. I saw it a couple days ago, and then I saw it again yesterday. Do you guys know that Julius Randle set a goal for this year for himself? And that goal was he wanted to be a more efficient player. So apparently he wanted to be a little bit more efficient in this year. And if we've looked at Julius Randle, have you guys noticed? We've talked about the fact that he's been a little bit more calm. Last night he got a little upset at a moment. He got a technical. I was like, okay, all right, that's a little bit of the old Julius, but for the most part, he's been pretty calm for a lot of this year. And we were like, can Julius play being calm? Because it was one of those things where we think it backfired. At least a lot of us agree that it might have backfired in the playoffs against Miami because we knew that Miami was trying to get under his skin. And so he was intentionally trying to be subdued, and we thought it hurt him that time around. But this time around, it seems like he kind of understands a little bit more how to still channel that energy to get his offensive game going and to have that fire and yet still not be crazy Randle. So I like it. I like it a lot. So the reason why I bring this up is there's an article in the New York Post from Stephen Bondi, and it points to Julius Randle's efficiency. And here's the thing. Hold on. Julius was asked about it. He said that he's just playing to my strengths and understanding spots on the court where I can get high percentage shots, where I can either get a high percentage shot or they double me and I can kick out and play make for my teammates. Randle said before finishing with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. So I understand who I am as a player. While I can shoot the ball and make a ton of threes, I understand who I am as a player and what my strengths are. And he's also said, you can look back at who I was as a player before I got here. A lot of it was taking it to the basket, attacking the rim, Randall said. As the years have gone on, I've added more to my game and gotten better as a player. While I can do those other things, it's still who I am as a player. So he understands that his strength and attacking to the and getting to the paint and getting in there is what he's really good at and what he can do all day. He's he kind of got away from that a little bit with all the outside shots last year. He was taking tons of threes. He was also a part of that whole charity thing where the more threes he hit, he would give money to charity. So it was kind of all a part of his game. But I think this year he realizes I need to do a little bit of that, but I got to get back to who I am. And it's been working, because if you notice, he's been scoring a lot easier. He's been looking real comfortable out there. He's been a lot more efficient. And so I give him credit. So it looks like this is a goal of his, and he's definitely changed what he's been trying to do out there. Let me see if I can just take a look at his numbers real quick. What do you guys think? Sam, what's your thoughts on Julius Randle this season so far with his efficiency?
Yeah, so I think Randall's had his moments where he's reverted back to his old ways, as you said, but it's more so in spurts. I think I like the way that he's approaching each game. As far as you can tell, he's not really just forcing his shot as much. He has gotten more involved as far as the playmaking aspect of his game, where he's starting to average a little bit more assists a game in spurts where he's getting his teammates involved. We do know, he has a tendency to, back down into these triple and double teams, but I think he is starting to get the ball out a little bit more quicker. He's looking for other options. And I think that's something that you like to see from Randle. I think everybody still has a gripe as far as his effort on the defensive end, because we know he's a great athlete. So we just like to see him a little bit more locked in. I feel like there are games where if Randle's scoring well and he's involved on the offensive end, he's more committed to playing defense. I think Randle has the body and the athleticism to play defense, but he kind of picks and chooses when he wants to do so. Like if he doesn't get a call go his way, like you said, Ron, he's kind of stops playing. He's not going back on defense on time. He's barking at the refs. But for the most part, I think Randle's taking better shots this year. He's kind of taking shots that come to him. He's not forcing it as much. And I do like that he's starting to make a little bit more and get these other people involved, as far as like DiVincenzo, RJ's getting looks off of him, and even Mitch was kind of benefiting a little bit before he got hurt off of Randle. So
Yeah, I agreed. Before I pass it over to Shah, I just wanted to say, let me do a duplicate of this so I can look at the other numbers too. For the season, Julius Randle is averaging 22.4 points per game. He's at 9.7 rebounds. He's at 5.4 assists, which is a really nice number. He's shooting 73% from the free throw line, which you'd like that number to go up a little bit, because he's kind of, he hasn't been a really good free throw shooter since the 2020 season when he shot 81%. So he kind of hovers around 75%. So at least let's get back to 75%. He's shooting 31% from three for the season, which is not great. And he's shooting 46% from the field, right, in 35 minutes of play. Now, a lot of that has to do with how poorly he started off the season with the ankle and still kind of getting back into shape. He really struggled, you guys remember. But then if you take a look at Julius, now I don't have the last 10 games average here, but just understand.
28 points. I think it's 28 points.
Right. This is I guess I'm looking at the month of December. Yeah, you got him at they got him at 28 points for the month of December, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Wait, 6? Yeah, 6 games, but really you could go back to the last 9 games, right? You go back 9 games, he's been averaging that 28 points per game. 5.7 assists, 8.2 rebounds, 45% from the three, 86% from the free throw line, 61% from the field. So he's been hot. And even in the other games, like I said, he shot 57%, 53% from the field, 40% from three. So he's been getting back to the norm of what he wants to do, and he's been showing a lot of really good efficiency in these games. So I want him to keep it up, man, because I just think this is a better Julius Randle. And I think the Knicks are going to be better off for it. And just the fact that he's moving the ball and believing and trusting his teammates is great too. I think I don't know what happened in the offseason, but whatever they've decided to do with regards to believing in each other and moving the ball has been working great. We've seen much more of it positively this year than we've seen in the past. And so I hope they continue to do that. Shah, your thoughts on Julius and how he's playing, his efficiency and stuff like that.
Yeah, he is. He is volleying for All-Star, to be an All-Star this year. He's volleying to be and making that February for around February 14th, that All-Star game. He's starting to play great basketball. Just last week, he got a Player of the Week. His average has moved up from his starting average of making 13 points and 6 rebounds. He's now averaging around 22, 23 points and almost 10 rebounds a game with 5 assists. He's playing a better style of basketball. He's starting to not depend on the 3-point shot as much as he did last year. He's finding out that, he goes in there, even though some of the times he still goes in there with that Tasmanian devil spin around move in the lane and gives up the ball. He has also lessened his turnovers this year. I think he's around four turnovers for this year than last year, which was I think was 5 and some change. So he's trying to do better. He is playing that bully style of basketball, and he looks better for the team. And he's showing that he is trying to be more of a team-oriented basketball player instead of being. And he still gets in his ISO moves. He still chirps at the refs sometimes, but sometimes you see him get ready to go talk to the ref and just get back on defense, other than last year when every play and he gets hit a lot. There's no doubt about it. He gets hit a lot. He doesn't get every call because he is a big, strong guy, and that's what they the refs call it. I forgot the name of it, but the refs give you that you're a big man, so you could take a little bit more than some of these smaller guys or whatever that call what they do. But he has evolved this year, and he's starting to play some of his best basketball of the season. Let's continue doing let him continue what he's doing, and helping the team win basketball.
Yeah, 100%. Victor, what's your thoughts on Julius? I know it's always up and down with Julius, but this year Julius has been he's been a good teammate. He's been a lot more in control of his emotions. So how do you feel about how he's been playing?
Bro, my relationship with Julius Randle, it's very complicated because I love and hate this guy. I love and hate this guy. When I started my channel, in the past, I talked so much with Caroline Kyles, a mother from Julius Randle. Julius Randle mom. I talk so much with Caroline Kyles. In the season, Randle, it's a first of all-star in NBA. Okay. In the next season, Julius Randle is a worst player. Do you remember? I criticize so much Julius Randle in my channel. Caroline Kyles, don't talk with me anymore.
Wow.
I talk so much with Caroline Kyles, and I talk yet with Kendra. Kendra talk with me. Yet talk with me, okay? But Caroline Kyles don't talk with me anymore, okay? Julius Randle, bro, I think it's a good player. It's a good player. Julius Randle has a good numbers in your games, with points, with rebounds, It's a good player. But I am hurry about Julius Randle with your mentality, in so many games in the season, bro. Do you remember this guy with Milwaukee Bucks, nah? And the final, this game with Milwaukee Bucks, Julius Randle give up in this game.
Oh yeah, with the
In the
Milwaukee
last,
Bucks one. Yeah.
yes, the last minute, but later this game, Julius Randle has great numbers, nah? And plays so well, okay? And I think Julius Randle in the season, it's very important from the Knicks, nah? You saw the games with the Jalen Brunson, nah? Got it a good numbers, but I continues Ori Julius Randle taking the ball. I don't like Julius Randle start with the ball in offense. In the offense, okay. I like Julius Randle close in the. I'm sorry, okay.
In the
With my
paint, in the
English
paint,
for
in the paint.
this,
Don't bring the
yes,
ball
yes.
up. Bring in the paint.
Yes, I think this guy in the paint it's better than Julius Randle. Don't have for me good decisions. Do you know? Okay, Julius Randle with Miami Heat, the last shot. Okay, Knicks win, but the major games, Julius Randle don't have good decisions with the ball. But in the paint, stronger guy. Nah? I think in the paint, it's a great player, but I don't like it with the ball. Do you understand me? And I think the season, Julius Randle has a good season, but I prefer the Knicks in the future trade this guy with and bring a great player in this trade because Julius Randle in moment grow up nah, with your valor and one play and this guy play bad, your valor in this league, and it's complicated.
Yeah, the value.
The Knicks has the value from the Knicks negotiation. This guy. So,
Yeah.
but this season, Julius Randle has a good games for me. It's okay. It's okay. Don't.
Well,
For me, it's
I
okay.
will say I'm going to give Julius a little bail when it comes to. I do think that ever since last year, because remember the thumbs down year was 2 years ago. Time flies. Last year he started to make a lot of strides to becoming at least a better teammate. You know what I mean? He was picking guys up off the floor because remember that was a big issue when he walked around and Obi was on the floor and nobody picked him up and Julius was right there. He's doing a better job of that, right? Picking up his teammates if he's there. You don't see a lot of it this year because for the most part, the team does a really good job of picking their guys up. Guys are sprinting to pick their guys up before Julius even has a chance to. So it's not about that. Last year, he started to talk to guys like, he would, if a guy didn't make a good play or if a guy had a shot and they didn't take it, he would say something to quickly. He would say something to Robinson. But then if they hit a big shot or they made a good play, he would hit him in the chest, like good stuff. He was getting to become a better teammate last year. This year, I mean, at least, in the public, because behind closed doors, they all said that Julius was a good teammate. It's about what we see sometimes. But this year, I think he's avoided a lot of that negative stuff with regards to his teammates. I think he's good with that. He's no longer getting into stuff with the coaches on the sidelines and stuff with laptops. He's just being a better person. And I think it's also translating to who he is on off the court too, because he's trying to keep his emotions intact and just not let a lot of things get to him the way they did in the past. And you could see it. So I'm giving him a lot of credit for that. And I still think that, to me, you're right too, Victor. I was saying that early, that I don't want the ball in Julius's hands as much because I think that the teams around the league, the NBA knows that we said this was 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. They were double teaming Julius. I hate if y'all watch the show. I hate to repeat this, but I know there's some people that may have not have heard me say it. I'm just saying it, because this matters. 3 years ago, they were double teaming Julius because they couldn't stop Julius. You know what I mean? They had to send a double. 2 years ago, they started double teaming Julius because they was like, oh wait, if we double him, he'll start to fumble the ball. He'll make a turnover. So it changed the reason why they were doing it. And so the point is, as much as I don't want the ball in Julius's hands too much, because I know he's not the greatest decision maker with the ball, the flip side of it is Julius draws so much attention that as long as he just slows down, right, and just makes the right play, he gets guys open because they put so much attention on Julius. There's always sending an extra man. There's somebody open. So you can't not put it in his hands and tell him to make a play because there's so many plays that he can make that helps the Knicks. There's not a lot of guys in this team that demand the double team. There's only two. All right. It's Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. RJ is, for as good as he is when he's on fire, he don't get doubled. When he goes into the lane into a double team in the paint, but double teams don't come out to RJ really. Not yet, at least. Not in consistent manner. So Julius is one of those guys, like you need a guy who can draw that double team and get the ball over to the guy who's open. And unfortunately, we might have to put up with some decisions that aren't the greatest. But I hope that he does a better job of just slowing himself down. So the problem with Julius is he moves too fast sometimes in the way he thinks, and then he likes to jump up in the air. What's one of the cardinal sins you learn playing basketball? All your coaches tell you, don't jump up in the air and pass the ball. Julius loves to do that. So I don't know. It is what it is, guys. But I really do think that this Julius Randle, to me, is impressive because it's showing that he can still play and still be effective without being overly emotional. And that's huge because going into the playoffs, now, if a team like Miami is trying to get in his head and do certain things, I think Julius can fight that. I think Julius will be okay and just go out there and score. So I hope that the Knicks get a chance to continue the season playing the way they're playing, get into the playoffs, and Julius can really show his worth. Because I feel good about this season. For whatever reason, I just feel like Julius is understanding I can get back to what I'm known for. The way he's scoring nowadays shows you that he's scoring easily by going inside and using his strength. I like this side of it. We'll just see what the Knicks wind up doing. But yeah, that was my long-winded thing about Julius. Go ahead,
Bro, I think so. These things about Randall, but I understand a little Julius Randle because Julius Randle, he's a emotion guy. And I am emotion guy. So I understand this guy so many times. Do you understand me? So I prefer Julius Randle sometimes than RJ Barrett because RJ Barrett is okay. Knicks wins. Okay. Knicks lost. Okay. Julius Randle, Knicks lost. Nah, Julius Randle, anger. Nah,
right.
I feel blood in your veins. Sometimes, RJ. Do you understand me? I prefer RJ Barrett than Julius Randle, but sometimes I prefer Julius Randle in this case because Julius Randle has a bad moment with your mind, mentality. Yes, but this guy feel the game. This guy,
he's passionate. He's passionate.
Yes, do you understand me? Like I said, I love and hate Julius Randle.
Right, I get it, and that's fair. That's fair. Like it makes sense. Guys, once again, thank you for tuning in and watching the show. You see, we got Victor here from Knicks Fans Brazil. We got Sha Money here from Knicks Real Talk, and we got our guy Sam Grandison in the building. Please smash that like button. Show your love for the show. If you haven't seen it before, that's what it looks like. So please smash that like button. Show your love for the show. We appreciate you. And this show, I mean, I got some stuff to do today, so about 2 hours or so is good amount of time for the show rather than my 4-hour usual. But I got one more thing to talk about, guys, and you should probably already know what it's gonna be. I don't know why I just did that voice. Don't mind me. I'm a little delirious. I need to eat something maybe. Knicks have another game tonight, folks. That's right. Knicks versus the Clips. And all of a sudden the Clippers are playing well. See, this is why I try to tell people, and I try to stay far away from stuff if I can, but sometimes I got to say something. You can't really talk too much about a team who's making a change and adding players because it takes time for people to start gelling. And Clippers are starting to look a lot better. So yeah, man. Knicks versus Clippers preview, y'all. Let's see if we can share screen once again and bring this up real quick. All right, 1 second. And Saturday's game. Boom. Where is did I go too far? I might have. Oh man. I tell you. One thing after another, man, with these things here. Teams. Okay, Knicks schedule. Boom. All right. There we go. I don't like this view though. I hate when they give me this view. That's one thing about this crap. They gave me the wrong thing. All right, one more second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to share screen, but it gives me I don't know if you guys know, but if you go to the NBA.com, it shows you 2 different ways of looking at stuff, like box scores and things like that. And so it gave me the one I don't want to see. It gave me the wrong one. Where is there we go. Fine. Found it. Okay, here's the one I want to see. All right, here we go. Okay, and there's a game chart. All right, so let me just try to make this a little bigger. And now I'll share it. Okay. All right, so here we go, folks. Here's the season averages per game. You can see it. Look at how even Steven these teams look. Oh my God, this is crazy. You know how many times we look at this and we see how even these teams are? And let me tell you right off the bat, when you see that, what does that tell you? That means whoever comes out and plays better basketball on that night is going to win the game. There's no differences between these two teams. It's just whoever comes out and plays better basketball is going to win. That's it. You know what I mean? They just play their game, but whoever does it a little better or plays a little better defense is going to win the game. Points per game, 114 to 114. I mean, really? Rebounds, 45 to 44. Assists, 24 to 25. Steals, 7.8 to 8.6. Clippers have a little bit of an edge. Blocks, 3.1 to 5.3. Clippers have a little bit of edge there. Turnovers, 12.2 to 12.6. That's a wash. Look at the field goal percentage, 46 to 47. I mean, a little better for the Clippers. 3-point percentage. Who would ever think this? The Knicks are shooting 38% on the season as a team. That's crazy. So they have a slight edge over the Clippers, but that's even too. And the free throw percentage, Clippers are a better free throw shooting team, almost 80%. But the Knicks have been shooting a lot better in the most recent games. Right. So, I mean, really, this is an even matchup between these two teams. I don't care. Look at that. And hey, think about that, guys. Clippers got Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden, all that star power. Now it's older. Yes, I get it, but it's still star power. And the Knicks got Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. Yet, when you look at the tail of the tape, these teams look very even on paper. So just think about that when you question if we have guys over here that can get it done. Just throwing that out there. Points in the paint, 46 points for the Knicks, 50 points in the paint for the Clippers. So gotta watch them. They don't play around when it comes to getting inside the paint and scoring their buckets. So gotta watch them. That might be a little tough. We don't have Mitch, so Hartenstein's gonna get tested. Jericho Sims is gonna get tested. So we gotta see. Second chance points, 16 for the Knicks, 16.8, almost 17 to the Clippers, 14. Knicks got the edge there. And then fast break points, 13.9 to 13.4. That's a wash. Like I said, these teams are very even right now. What is your thoughts on this matchup? Sam, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm sorry. I was just doing something, so I had to take my camera off. But I'm definitely here. I'm still tuned in.
Okay. Oh shoot. My bad. Damn, I'm sleeping. My fault, Jay. My bad, V. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen. Get my guy up here. I don't know how long. I'm normally when somebody jumps in, there's like a little sound that's supposed to be somebody's backstage. I don't know how long you've been there, brother. Hold on. Oh, Jay Ellis.
I fell asleep.
Jay
Man. I fell asleep. I had a
Ellis!
burger.
Back the whole 2 hours, man. Just
I did my laundry.
what's up, brother?
Hey, Ro. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, I don't have my sound effects with me. Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing, Jay?
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Let me get over to Sam. Then I'll go to Jay, then Shad, then Victor. Sam, what's your thoughts on tonight's game, brother?
Yeah, so about tonight, and first off, salute Jay. I haven't seen you in a minute, man. It's been a while, but I'm still active in the community, so I support everybody.
Appreciate
As
it.
far as the game tonight, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we might snag one, Ron. If we play how we did yesterday, they're gonna obviously have to play a little bit more better defense. I feel like Book was missing some shots that he could have made on us that could have changed the game last night. So for me, I feel like Kawhi is on one right now. He's starting to turn it up a little bit more. I did look earlier, like I said, I think PG is out for this game, and I also think Plumlee is out. So for me, it's going to be a battle between Zubac and I think iHeart that could be very underrated in this matchup to determine, who gets the edge as far as on the rebounding battle. I think iHeart's going to have to step it up on the defensive end. We know that he's playing well offensively, but I think if Brunson can continue this, this onslaught that he's been doing to these guys, I think it sets it up a lot more for guys like RJ to go off again. I think RJ played within himself last game and really showed a little bit of creativity. And as we said, hitting those shots from the free throw line, which I really like to see. I mean, that's something that you want to see from RJ Randle when he did get his shots, contributing as well. So I think, we get that, and then we see Grimes just taking his shots when they're given to him. Not complaining, but always staying ready and being willing to score the ball. I think that's good. The bench was a key part in us winning that game last night. So I think if we're able to see that, we've still got the depth over a lot of teams in the NBA. And I think that's why the Knicks will never be just out of the game, is because of the depth that we have on this roster. So even when guys like Mitch are out, we still got guys, as you see, I heard we can plug and play there in spot minutes, and we can kind of still be, hanging around these games. And we still do have a guy, in my opinion, who will be an R-star, and Brunson, who can always keep you within the game. So offensively, I think if we keep the shooting up, we're good. I just think that I'm a little bit concerned when it comes to the defensive end. We're going to have to see guys kind of lock up Kawhi, which is a very tough cover. He can score from any area of the court. He's a 3-level scorer, and he's definitely being more confident in his shot this year as he's now 100% healthy. So I think with guys like him who can score at will, and then you've got Harden kind of trying to find his way as well. We know he's always a tough cover. It's not the same James Harden, but he is still James Harden, so I think he could present some issues for us. So I think I look to see how the Knicks match up defensively. Offensively, I'm not too concerned just because of last night, but we do know that we would like to see more consistency from all of our players on this team. So I think if we shoot the way we do and we lock up Kawhi and Harden, I think we should have an easy night.
Okay. I'm with you on that. That makes a lot of sense. First off, let me just say shout out to No Cap, Life's analyst in the building. I appreciate you, bro. I know you had said something earlier. You think TJ Warren would be a good low risk, high reward pickup for us. He would be the combo forward we need to come off the bench. He's currently a free agent. I hear you. The only thing I always worry about with TJ Warren is, man, he's like, the dude from Shaft, Peoples Hernandez, Teflon Don. I don't know about him, bro. I worry about TJ Warren, man. But if he can stay healthy, it's not a horrible pick because he's got good size. He can play some defense. He has moments where he can light it up. You know, so there's a thought there. That's interesting. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat, my friend. He said, I like us sacrificing this game early if way down to play the Lakers and Nets fully rested. Besides, I'll give our backup some play under pressure. I hear you, Parrish. And maybe in a different situation, you know what I mean? Like if the game looks like it's out of whack and the Knicks are not like, okay, I don't even know if the Knicks are built that way, bro. I don't know if they're ready to be able to deal with that type of stuff. Because if the Knicks come out flat, or like they've done in some of these games where they're not really up to par, and they start going into that lackadaisical bag, and they let the Clippers get up big, and then they got to fight the whole game just to get back, and it takes a lot out of them. I hear you. I'm not with that either. So, you know, I would prefer that they keep doing what they've been doing and just go out there and handle their business, because I think they will. I'm with Sam on this. I think they're gonna have a good moment tonight, and they're gonna have a chance to win this game. So we'll see. Let me get over, and thank you for the generous super chat once again, Paris. Let me get over to Jay Ellis. Jay, first off, your thoughts on tonight's matchup. But if you want to talk about anything else, the Brunson 50 burger, whatever you want to talk about, by all means, the floor is yours, my brother.
Cool. As far as tomorrow or today goes, actually, I like our chances. It's funny because Kawhi has been going off, like Sam said, but I believe Julius has been guarding Kawhi as of like the last few matchups, and I feel like when Kawhi has killed us is when we had like RJ or Grimes on him, but Julius actually has the size to match up with his strength, and I feel like ever since that's happened, the Kawhi has kind of been in check. To me, Randle's defense lacks when he has to like close out on shooters who are like in the corner or something like that. Like I feel like he's very sometimesy on his closeouts. That's not necessarily Kawhi's style. He's more of like a post guy. So I kind of think it kind of leans more into Randle's defensive strengths. So I think we might be okay there, especially considering that Paul George is injured and he's not going to be there. So we'll have some other defenders that we can actually throw at James Harden, who, you know, James Harden always seems to kind of kill us, ironically. So I feel like even though Kawhi is that dude, matchup-wise, I feel like we might have to look at Kawhi more than – we have to look at James Harden more than Kawhi. I could be totally wrong. It could be happen the opposite way. But I think for this game, I'm more concerned about James Harden because he just seems to always kind of have our number a little bit. Even that first game where he came back, his first game was against us, and I felt like he got off a little bit against us. But night of a back-to-back kind of worries me in general, but we've responded well so far. We've had 2 instances where we've won back-to-back games. That's the first time that's happened in 20 years. So shoot, why not 3 times? We'll see what happens. I saw that Ron kind of talked about the center battle. Offensive rebounds, we had the edge, but we don't have Mitch here. So I don't think we have the edge like we used to. So, but Hartenstein, you know, he showed up last game, so maybe he'll show up this game and at least have some defense about him and do well for us. So yeah, in general, I kind of like our chances. I like our chances. Brunson, to me, is funny because Brunson hasn't been playing the way I'm used to seeing him playing, with the exception of yesterday. I'm used to Brunson stepping up in big moments every game, and he hasn't done that until yesterday when I was like, oh, this is the Brunson I'm used to. So I feel like when Brunson is playing the way Brunson is, and Randle is playing the way he's been playing, because he's been an offensive tear as well, I think we have a chance to kind of beat anybody, especially with the bench that we have that plays hard-nosed defense all out like we do. To me, it's just we have to be motivated defensively. We've been giving up almost 70 points at the half for I don't know how many games straight. Like even the last game, they scored 122 points. So offensively, we've been fine. We just have to lock down defensively. But like I said, I kind of like the Randle versus Kawhi matchup better. I feel like he's been playing Kawhi pretty good the last few times. I'm more afraid of stretch fours versus Randle than the power guys. I feel like he matches up well with the power guys. So I think we'll be fine.
All right. I like that. I mean, I think that's the case too, man. I mean, the Paul George not being there kind of helps, but then again, you never know, because sometimes maybe the Paul George not being there helps the Clippers, because when they got so many of their guys there, like, this is the interesting thing about, and I want to get over to Shah and then to Victor. The interesting thing about these teams that are loaded with all these star type players, like when they're all out there, like, how do they all work together? How do they all play together? So when there's a moment when they're all not out there, they seem to know what they got to do. Okay, well, you're the man, I'm the man. It's two of us. That's okay. We can figure out a way. You know what I mean? Like, I was a little. Some people were really concerned and worried about Phoenix, for example, last night, with having all three of these guys there. And Bradley Beal did start off well. He had 6 points in the first quarter before he hurt his ankle. But my whole thing is, I think they're more dangerous when it's just two of them, because they're both going to get a good amount of shots, and they know it's going to happen. And Durant and Booker have played together a little bit more, so they kind of have an idea of how to work off of each other. So I was a little more worried about that. Thankfully, the Knicks were able to fight them off and really get where they had to go in the end. So with regards to the Clippers tonight, Jay Ellis, to having Paul George not there, I don't know, man. I just think the Knicks have to go at this game just like they went up against Phoenix. I don't just assume that you're playing the best possible version of the Clippers and go out there and do what you have to do to stop them and play your A game on offense, because there's no guarantee that the Knicks are going to shoot 80% from the free throw line and 50+% from three tonight. So they got to go out there and just really clamp down. So I hope they can do it, man, because I'm a little bit apprehensive when these star teams don't have all their pieces, because then they kind of start to play like a regular team, and that's a little dangerous. But we'll see.
Yeah,
plus, when Harden knows he can go get his a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's trickier because, like, you put Dante. This is when I get scared of Dante starting, when we get teams like this with Paul George. Even though Paul George is not playing, I guess you would have Dante playing, defending. Why is my brain going blank right now? Defending James Harden. But now if Paul George is there, then you have Dante on Paul George.
Right.
And then Brunson on James Harden is kind of whoa. Right. That's like a different.
I mean, the good thing, I guess, is that maybe James Harden's going to have to guard Jalen Brunson, and that's barbecue chicken. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Shah, your thoughts on tonight's matchup?
First of all, I want to salute Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis, just in case if you don't remember me, that was me on 7th Avenue when you and your moms was walking down by Sbarro. You know what I mean? Just in case, that was me over there shouting you out and stuff. I was on the pod. I couldn't really jump on. We went into the game the same night too. Tonight's game is another game that the Knicks have to do what I call my what I talk about all the time on the channel. The Knicks need to control the pace, grab some rebounds, hit your free throws, and try to shoot over 36% from three-point land this year. So far, so good. If they can continue to get out there and do some of those things tonight, and have the arterial players play big tonight. Now, last night we didn't see Josh Hart play big, so we need him to step up tonight. We didn't see DiVincenzo play as well as we've seen him play. We need him to play bigger tonight. We need Quentin Grimes to hit some big shots tonight. So against this team, if Paul George is out, we need to have about 6 players in double-digit scoring tonight. And we got a fair weather, just like you showed the stats before. We have to match up those stats pretty much all the way down the line and hope that it comes down to who can close out the game. And with that shirt that you got on there, Ron, with that hoodie that you got on, Mr. Clutch, I believe can come out tonight and also execute a game plan of playing good basketball. The Knicks have been playing good basketball, and we talk about the Knicks being a defensive-minded team, but this team is an offensive-minded team, man. In the last 5 games, I think every game has been at least 120 points or better.
Crazy.
So we can almost score with some of the best teams out there. And what we did good in the last game is we closed them down in the fourth quarter. We shut them down. The first three quarters or so, we were having a little back and forth with them. But when we got to the fourth quarter, I think that was the lowest scoring points that Utah had. I mean, not Utah. Phoenix had was in the fourth quarter. So with that being said, let's grab those rebounds. Let's control the pace. Let's hit our free throws and try to shoot over 36% from our 3-point shot tonight. I believe that the Knicks can win this game tonight. We beat them already when they wasn't together. And if Paul George is not playing tonight, it should be maybe a little easier game. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. I agree. I'm with you on that. I hope that's the case.
Salute,
what up, G Money? Appreciate you, brother.
Salute. Nice to see you guys again. Nice to meet you, Jay Ellis. Please subscribe to Nickel Time Show, please. Please subscribe. Nice to meet you guys again. Nice to see you again, Shy. Nice to see you again, Victor. Nice to see you again, Sam. Nice to see you again, Ron. Please smash likes for SKF. Please, still Knicks fan. He brings all the meat and potatoes of each story. Same thing with Nick of Time. Please subscribe to Jay Ellis' channel, please.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, G Money. Always showing love and supporting. Hold on before I get over to Victor. Yes, Craig, this is the Sim hoodie. This is, you can see, you got printjurisdiction.com right here. Got Captain Clutch on the sleeves. Got the NBK logo right here. And then, there's Captain Clutch on this sleeve too. Brunson on the front. Got the hoodie with the, hold on.
This is Brunson.
With the 11 right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try to do this again. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah,
I need some WD-40 to
Come
make this
on.
happen. Give me a second. Hold on. I'm like looking at one of them old movies, man. Hold on.
Yeah, that thing butters. That thing is butter.
Yeah.
That's butter.
JB11.
Yeah, that's butters.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Tearing up the green screen and everything over here. Hold on.
Call a doctor.
Now let me tell you, Craig, just so you know, yes, the quality is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna give you the best analogy. If you understand this, and whether you're from anywhere, I'm sure people have this company. You guys have ever had a Carhartt hoodie before?
Thanks.
Great
Carhartt
material.
hoodies are thick, bro. This hoodie's like a Carhartt hoodie. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, depending on what the weather is and how you like, I could go out without having a jacket with this hoodie. It's hot. I'm sweating up a little bit right now, but I'm doing this. It's all for the show. It's all to support Sim. Normally, if I had it up to me, I would not wear this hoodie in the crib because it's hot. So I'm just letting y'all know it's hot. All right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Victor.
So, first of all, I want to say salute, Jay Ailey. Salute, my bro. I like so much this guy, bro. Nah? And salute G Money, nah? In this live. And this game, nah, Ron? Two teams, nah, look like, nah, the numbers. New York Knicks and Los Angeles Clippers has look-like numbers, nah? Rebounds, free throws, and so many numbers look like. If you ask me about this game 2 days before, I will answer for you. The Knicks lost this game, and today I don't think the same. I think our team has a chance to win in Los Angeles. Okay, but I won't say this league don't like the Knicks, bro. Uh,
No.
look, back to back the Knicks in the season. Our back to back in the season, it's so hard. Compare it with another teams, bro. Our back to back, it's very very strong, bro.
Mhm.
Really, really in the season. So many Brazilians now talking with me about this. Yeah, and I agree with this. Back to back from the Knicks in the season, very, very complicated. But in this game, in my opinion, our defense it's very important because our defense it's very strong and aggressive now in this league with Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, so many steals now in our games. Emmanuel Kickley, our defense, it's very important because Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard had great games now
Mhm.
in the last week too, and
Mhm.
I think our team has a chance with our defense and points with a second chance now with Jericho Sims. Got it. Rebounds, Hartenstein, Randall. Nah, I think our team has a chance. Nah. And James Harden, bro. For me, it's a polemical opinion. Okay, it's a cancer for me. James Harden in the Nets. The Nets.
Right.
James Harden, the first game with the Knicks. Nah. So James Harden, I it's a good player, okay, but with a teammate don't like, and I got it. I think the Knicks has a chance into 2 points. Our defense and points in the second chance. Okay, our attack in Brazil. People from NBA Brazil, ESPN Brazil, criticize our attack, uh, say good things about our defense, but our attack, ESPN Brazil, criticize so much nah, our team in this point. But I think the Knicks, it's day by day, it's a better in this point. Okay, bro. Like Knicks with Phoenix Suns, nah? With Phoenix Suns, the Knicks, Jalen Brunson has so many points, nah? Career high, nah? With the Phoenix Suns. So I think our difference in the our defense and points of second chance, my opinion. Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to, I want to say I think that that's probably the way to go. I think that's what's definitely something that they need to focus on, man. Yeah, limit those second chance points for them. Get second chance points for us. It's going to be a little tougher without having Mitch there to get a lot of those offensive rebounds. But Hartenstein's a pretty good rebounder. The only thing that I hope that Julius can really kind of get going on the not offense on the rebounding boards. Last night was interesting to watch because he was just moved around in different positions the way he was playing, and he didn't really get a lot of boards until like the second half. He had two going into the second half, and he wound up finishing with nine. So just the way the game was. But I think thankfully, once again, we out rebounded him. It was 38-32, something like that. So we just have to the Knicks just have to continue to go back into Tom Thibodeau's schemes of out rebounding the other team, getting more possessions than them, or at least trying to, unless we're hot. If we're hot and we're shooting the way we're shooting, then you could just kind of play a little bit more open. But if we're not shooting that way, then we just have to continue to try to get these possessions, get more possessions than the opposite team, and get those points up in that manner. So yeah, I would agree with that. Let me get it over to the G Money. What's your thoughts on tonight's game versus the Clips?
It's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a war against the Clips. I mean, the Clippers after they pretty much were stuck in the tundra, losing the first 5 games. They've been turning up the engines, winning the last 6 games though. And man, the Beaters turn back the clock. The Claw, the Quietnators, what I would say, has just been on the loose so far. I mean, Norm Powell's been big. Zubac has been moved. It's gonna be a tough game though. It's gonna be a tough game. Here's what I believe. If Paul, not to make excuses, because I'm not, because we don't have Mitch. If they don't have PG-13, I think we win this game. If they don't have PG-13 in that, I think we win this game, though. If he's there, I don't know. If without PG-13, I think New York has a really good shot to win this game, because all you need to do is just body up on Harden, just be physical with Kawhi, keep Zoo off the boards, and just you do that, you'll be fine. And one thing too, man, the Suns got hit with the Brunson blizzard last night, though. Man, the Brunson Bulldog attacked Phoenix last night every fashion. Not just the 50 burger, the 9 dishes, getting steals, was just a madman out there. Julius Randle, he continued to be steady. Even RJ Barrett, there was an RJ Barrett sighting last night. Everybody just pretty much hard hat in that game. Yeah, so that's the thing right there. So yeah, so the Knicks just pretty much roll at the Valley after being down by 10 or 3rd, and it's dominating. In this game against the Clippers, you just gotta just rebound, keep Harden away from the 3-point line, push the pace, and just limit turnovers, and we should be good.
Yeah, I think that's I'm rocking with that too. G Money, I like that. I think that makes sense. I think that's what they're gonna have to do to kind of just take a page from Brunson, man. Just keep yourselves in the game, and then if you get the lead, try to extend the lead, man. Put the pressure on the opposing team, because that's what Brunson. I mean, that's who Brunson is. That's why I love having him on this team so much. That's why I value him, so that all the naysayers out there that question his winning and who he is as a person, that's his makeup, and that's why he is and will continue to be a special player for the New York Knicks and in the NBA. Because we're only seeing this is touched the surface for Brunson right now, even though he's been in the year about 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. I think 4 years. I don't know. But remember, he's only been a starter for 1 year, and we saw what his numbers look like as a starter last year. This is his 2nd year as a starter. We're seeing a little bit more of the kind of up and down, as Jay Ellis was pointing to. Not the level of consistency we've seen for whatever reason. I don't know. Like some nights on his shot, he looks like he's drifting a little bit, but he easily corrects it. Just sometimes I guess he can't do it within the game, but. I'm not too worried about it. I like to look at all these type of weird things. I think I watch baseball a lot in my life, and so I always used to like players and put them on my fantasy team. I'm like, oh, you know what? This player doesn't play too well in the winter. When it gets warmer, he starts to play better. So I'm starting to think that as we get into past the winter time and get into the Februarys, the Marches, and it starts to warm up, I feel like a lot of these players are going to start getting into their second bag, because it's not too far fetched. Because remember, if you look at Brunson's numbers from the beginning of the season, that second half, after all, he was getting busy. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, if he can keep it going like this and then get to that second half and really take off, watch out. So we'll see. But I'm really excited about what's happening. I definitely think the Knicks are going to be okay, guys. I think the Knicks will be back to where they were before. I think they'll definitely be able to make it into the playoffs. I think they will definitely be in position to make it to a second round once again. But that being said, we might need to figure out a way to add another piece. And it doesn't have to be a superstar piece. I don't care what everybody's saying about this whole superstar thing. It doesn't have to be a superstar piece. We just need a good basketball player that gives us what we're missing. One thing I could tell you right now is
I agree.
We could use a little bit more size. So I don't know what it is, but we need a little bit more size. You just can't, like, this whole. I've had a love-hate relationship with this small ball thing that the Knicks have been doing, because it sometimes it looks crazy. I know people keep referring to Josh Hart as the best example of him being on power forwards and power forwards eating him up. Pause. Like I just It's sometimes it looks crazy out there. We got to figure something out, man. We need something. It don't even have to be a power forward. It could be a small forward that's 6'7", 6'8", maybe 6'8". Kyle Kuzma, I don't know, guys. I'm still iffy on the Kuzma trail, but I mean, if they brought Kuzma here, am I going to be mad? No. The only way you get me mad is if they did something like bring in Kyle Kuzma and trade RJ Barrett. Then we're going to fight. I'm going to have a little bit of issue.
Wrong, but I won't say one thing because in my country, people talking so much about New York Knicks trade Obi Toppin, okay? And the Knicks don't have power 4, nah?
Right.
Backout. I'm sorry for if I forgot one word, okay? And people so worry about the Knicks now don't have power 4 for Julius Randle. Now Julius Randle go out now, and I hear yes. In Brazil, I hear about Josh Hart don't like play out your position. Nah?
Right.
And
I mean, no player really
games.
likes playing out of position, but yeah, he does. I don't think he likes it either. Yeah.
And I think the Knicks needs a power 4 for Julius Randle. Taj Gibson, I said before, I think interesting in the situation about the money, about Mitchell Robinson injury, okay, but Knicks needs a power 4 because I don't. Obi Toppin go out, okay. Go out from the shadows, from the Randall, okay, but two picks, bro.
Right.
Obi Toppin, eight in your draft, bro. 8.
But you know the thing, Victor, and it's the same thing that we be talking about over here in the States. A lot of people are going crazy over this whole fact that the Knicks traded Obi Toppin for 2 second-round picks. But once again, I'm just going to say this again. That's what the Knicks wanted. They could have got a player for him. They could have got something, but they didn't want to take on no more salary. They needed that money and that trade exception to go get Dante. So it is what it is. It looks bad, especially when you think we don't have a backup power forward. But you know, the other thing I was going to say is Taj Gibson is a good safety piece, right? If we need help, if we got injury, foul trouble, it's good to have.
Yes.
But when you think about it, do we need to go get a backup power forward, or do we just Tibbs need to be willing to play our guys? Because right now we don't have Mitchell Robinson. So for 6 to 8 weeks, and right now maybe just say
I agree,
5 to 7 weeks left, right? Jericho Sims is playing in the starting spot, right? But when Mitch comes back, Mitch goes back to the starting spot. Hartenstein stays where he is. You're still looking for a power. Put Jericho Sims as the backup power forward. Just let him get some minutes. I don't know. I mean, he's not a scorer.
Hartenstein
he's not a scorer.
Hartenstein too. But Hartenstein too, power 4. Hartenstein play.
I mean, you could do that too. Like either way, you could do that too. You could put Hartenstein at the power forward and put Jericho at the center spot just for positioning, because maybe he's better at that position. Because you're not going to get much offensively from Jericho. But I don't really think you need it. I just think you need somebody to be intimidating on defense and to grab rebounds so that the guys like IQ can put the ball in the hoop. That if RJ's running with the second unit, he puts the ball in the hoop. That Quentin Grimes puts the ball in the hoop. I think you got guys who can score the basketball. You just got to make sure you're continuing to play defense. You have some good size and you're getting the rebounds. That's my opinion. Only if the Knicks can't get anybody, because the problem that I see is who's out there for us to get. Kyle Kuzma might fit. Maybe. I don't know. I see Jay Ellis shaking his head, so I want to get to Jay Ellis and see what he thinks. Go ahead, Jay.
I agree with you.
I was just saying that there's too many type of guard wing guys here. You first of all, the putting I love Sims, man. Sims is a great athletic guy. I'm doing my Stephen A. I give you all the comments before I say something really flagrant. Right? You put him at power forward, it kills the spacing. One,
Right.
two.
Yes.
Now you have a whole nother problem
Yes.
where okay, so what position? What are we doing with Josh Hart, who we just paid? Is he going to play? What are you doing with Quentin Grimes? Is he going to? Because now you're taking one player out in the rotation. If one player comes in the rotation, then somebody else is coming out of the rotation.
Yeah, that's good square things out there.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
that's
have to
true.
consolidate at some point
That's
and
a
move
good point.
somebody, bring somebody in here. That's really what it is. We have two. Everybody's minutes have gone down from Quentin Grimes to Dante's, Josh Hart's. Everybody's minutes has gone down already. So really, what we have to do is we got to consolidate. I love all these guys, but we gotta take 2 quarters and turn to 50 Cent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's that. Listen, shout out to Jay Ellis, man, the voice of reason, because that is the fair point. That is the biggest point. The spacing that Jericho Sims will take, he doesn't provide help with spacing. He takes away from it.
Yeah.
Now, Shah brought up a good point. I believe it was Shah who said it. Yeah, you could put him at the center and put Hartenstein at the 4, which helps. But the other part of it too is if you do it in this way, somebody's going to lose minutes in that rotation.
True.
And so that is a good point, because that's the whole thing about not having Josh Hart in the right position, but it allows him to be on the floor and get those minutes that he wouldn't get had we had a power forward. So the only other way to look at it is you could go out there and trade for a power forward. You'll have to get rid of some pieces to kind of open up the gap, so that way you don't have to worry about the playing time for these guys. You got to free up some spots, because JL is pointing out we got a lot of guys at the same spot, same position, and it's a little bit of a log jam. And also,
but in this moment, no, wrong. But in I talk about the Knicks has needs a power forward, but no, not now, because Taj Gibson come to the Knicks, and we have Hartenstein. This guy can play with power forward, with center, Jericho Sims, Josh Hart. Now, in this moment, I agree with you guys. In this moment, we don't have the need a move about this. And I super agree. I super agree with you guys.
Right.
I need to go wrong. And I won't say sorry because I talk so much.
No, it's okay, man. Listen,
you're good.
Look, you know what this means, Victor? This just means that you haven't been able to do your show or whatever, and so this gives you an opportunity to speak all that Knicks stuff you've been holding in. That's okay. It's fine, brother. It's okay.
With my funny English with you guys.
I understand every word you say, bro.
Portuguese.
In the beginning, maybe I didn't understand, like years ago when I first met, but now I know everything you say. I understand I could translate if I need to.
JL is no. And I just want to say the last thing I hear these days, bro. SPN from USA talking about Paolo Banchero, bro. Better compared with Jalen Brunson.
You're talking about BSPN. I didn't know which channel it was. The BSPN.
Exactly,
yes, I got you. Yeah.
I caught it. When he said SPN, I put the E in my head already.
Bro, Paolo Banchero, bro. My ears, blood, my ears.
Don't listen to ESPN,
man. Blood with these guys, bro.
No, yeah.
It's so funny.
No good.
In Brazil, guys, it's look like SPN Brazil talks look like ESPN American, about the Knicks, bro. It's so frustrated talk about the Knicks. I talk about, with Ron and Jay Ellis, I talk with you guys, and I mention for you, about this. It's very complicated talk about the Knicks in my country, because in my country, the Knicks, it's a joke. In NBA, it's Lakers, Golden State Warriors, Denver Nuggets. Knicks has had so many bad years in NBA in the century. Okay, but since pandemic season pandemic, nah, New York Knicks grow up so much. Knicks playoffs 2 times and second round, nah, with the Cavs. And now our team, for me, it's a good team, not a contender yet, but Knicks not has a joke like SPN talk about the Knicks. Bro, I am so anger with the ESPN about this.
I know what you mean.
Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
I know, Victor,
You know.
but for me, you got to understand. I don't watch BSPN. I don't do it.
Me too.
I value my time.
I saw
Unless Mike
in
Breen's
Hills.
doing the game. Unless like Mike Breen's doing the game on ESPN. That's it. I mean, I watch every game because I'm an NBA junkie. Yeah, when it comes to ESPN, talk about the Knicks. Don't listen to it unless Mike Breen's doing the game on ESPN. So yeah.
Yeah. That's
No,
how.
I
I mean, if
agree.
I have to watch the coverage, because that's where the Knicks are playing. Yeah, I gotta watch it. But I just
Yeah.
don't. I mean, I don't care to watch ESPN anymore.
Yeah,
It's a
don't listen
shame
to it.
because it is what it is. But
I talk so many bad things about the Knicks. Help the audience in USA and around the
right.
world. Talking bad things about the Knicks help the
Mhm.
audience, in my
Right.
opinion. And
Right.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
No, I know that's what they do.
It's-
Well, I mean,
So
Victor, let me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Okay.
okay. Before I read the super chat, Victor, I know you said you got to go, but I appreciate you, brother. I thank you for being here. Keep working on your channel. Don't give up. I know you're demonetized right now. You're going through it, but
Oh,
just
man.
continue to do what you got to do, bro. You get your channel back up and running, and then we'll do something, and I'll be on your channel. Okay. So I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad to see your face. I've been asking about you. I've been wondering where you are. Bruno was in the chat last week. I said, man, where's
Yes.
Victor?
Bruno talk with
Victor,
me
my
about
number's in the
this.
private chat, by
Okay.
the way, Victor.
Good.
Also, Jay,
All right,
bro.
brother. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you
And
for being here. All right.
I need so much your help from Jay Ellis about so many guys then I talk in USA, because it's very important, because for me I built a content about the Knicks. So many important for me. My channel, you mentioned, I lost my monetization about shorts with TikTok. It's very complicated. Now I need hours for come back a monetization. So it's very important for me, Jay Ellis or you, Ron.
Wait. I didn't
In my
understand.
channel,
Just subscribe.
in my
Just
channel
subscribe.
for
Wait, okay. My bad,
subscribe.
Victor. Oh, that's even worse than I thought.
Oh man.
Oh, that stinks. Okay, so Jay, I don't know if you was here to see, because Victor had put that he got demonetized in the chat, but he said he got primarily demonetized because he did so many shorts using TikTok, right? And TikTok has the logo, so YouTube feels it's reused content.
It's his own content,
Right?
that he's using.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay, that just means you got to go back and kind of clip all those shows, or delete all those shows and show them that they're gone, so that you can they can start to monetize you again. But what he's also saying is he did so many of these shorts that it affects his hours towards
Yes.
monetization. So now he's got to build up the hour. Oh my God, that's
man.
horrible.
I need delete these videos, and I lost so many hours because
Wow.
I had shorts with so many numbers with a cut from my channel. I make it these videos with TikTok because in my new home I can't my I forgot. Como é que é? Chroma key. I don't have a chroma key in my house.
Oh,
now I have again. Okay, my space in my new house, my new home. Okay, in this time, we don't have my background, my chroma key. I
Yeah, I got
make
you.
it my videos with TikTok in this time, nah? Because I don't
Yeah.
have in my new home, bro. My channel. So many members in my channel. We my friends in USA pay super chat in dollar. For in my country, dollar it's big compared with real, né? My pay in Brazil, bro. So many complicated. I almost stop this channel. Almost, nah.
Right.
I really sad with this, but bro, look the guests I bring in this channel. Jay Ellis, you, Alan Hutt, Charlie Ward, Charlie Smith, nah, Monica McNutt, so many great guests, nah, so many. And I thought, bro, no, I don't stop this channel. And now I am fight, nah, for this channel come back, nah, a monetization. And I hope thank you. I hope bring you guys in my channel too, and make a lives from USA. You help me in English if I forgot so many words, okay?
Right,
but
right.
but
Yeah.
it's very important for me, okay? And but I just say thank you for you, Ron, for you, Jay, and everybody in USA. I really won't go to New York, but I mentioned this house, my new house. so much money, and
Well,
I travel to New York, so much money too. And my travel, my home, I prefer my home.
I
It's
hear you.
complicated.
Listen, hey man, look, regardless of whatever it is, bro, you put life and family first and do what you got to do. All right, whatever keeps you sane, what keeps you going, and if you like doing the YouTube, you like your channel, don't give up yet. I will say that if you get to a situation where YouTube tries to do this to you again, then I wouldn't blame you, man, because it's only so much a person can take. But right now, this is the first time it's happening. It's a road that you don't want to have to go down, but it's here. And so you got to make the best of it and come back stronger than ever, come back with more and more guests, because you are providing something in Brazil that no one else is doing for that community, especially when it comes to
The
sports in
reason,
the United States. Yeah. So
and the
so keep
reason
doing what you're
I
doing,
start.
bro. Oh, I know. The reason is the most important. So because of that, you don't stop. All right. Now,
Yes,
so
I
do
remember.
what you got to do, brother, because I want to get to everybody else's takes and then kind of get this show off the air, because I got some stuff to do. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Let me see. Look at my man over there. Go Freezer. What's good, brother?
everybody?
I want make an interview with this guy. I talk with this guy and he make live, and I talk with him in the chat. I hope bring you and Nick Fans Brazil too, bro. I hope.
We have to.
I hope
We have
make
to, bro.
a Shah. Make
I'm such a
Jimani
huge fan, man. I'm such a huge fan.
Yeah.
We have to get together, bro. You making me smile, bro. Hey, he making me smile, man. I'm such a huge fan, man. Salute to everybody on the panel. I've been listening for a couple of hours, man. I'm such a huge fan of all you guys, man. I got caught up listening to everybody, and I was like, oh snap, I should jump on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm such a huge fan, man. Shah, of course, you already know what it is, man. And all our family and Knicks family in Brazil, man. Come on, man. Come on. This can't even be real life right here, man. I'm super excited. Jay Ellis, the GOAT was good.
Was good.
Yeah, man. I was so excited to see all of y'all on the screen at the same time. Man, I feel like a fanboy right now, bro.
Nah, Nah, man, you've just added to it right now by giving us your presence, man. I appreciate you. So let me do this. Let me read this super chat from Mr. Parrish Duggar. Thank you, Mr. Parrish Duggar, once again, my brother. He said, trolling. At least Randle is getting his value up. Yeah, man, because he's doing a good job, man. I don't know, man. I think some of y'all might be surprised, man, because sometimes you get a player like that's always in the midst of the controversy, always in the midst of the trade banter, and that man is the last man standing. When it's all said and done, Randle might be here for the long haul. You'll be like, what? Yeah. Don't be surprised. So don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, well, once again, Victor, I thank you. Also, I want to shout out Sam Granderson once again for being here on the show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll talk, brother. We'll talk.
We'll talk. And Jay Ellis, I want to see you in my channel, hein? I won't see you in my channel. Money, shot.
Victor's like, I gotta go.
What? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right, boss.
Thanks, Vic.
Bye, guys. Hey, Knicks win today. Knicks win today. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Listen, remember, this is Brazil.
This is
okay. I'm sorry. Nobody watched Fast and the Furious. I always wanted to say that. All right, whatever. All right. Later, brother.
Bye.
All right, boss.
So, Uncle Freezy, we have been talking about tonight's game. It looks like Paul George is questionable. He may be out, but it just still lists him as questionable, but most likely he's out. We don't know. What's your thoughts on what's going on with tonight's game? And also, if you want to give a quick take on whatever you're thinking about Brunson or Randle, whatever you saw from last night's game, by all means, feel free.
So first, man, I'm a huge fan of your channel. These Saturday afternoons are a staple. You know what I'm saying? These Saturday afternoons are a staple now for me when I'm going out and about, like doing stuff around the house and stuff. So I'm glad you're doing this, because you kind of get in a routine, things getting used to things being a certain way. And yeah, pardon me, man, my camera is I have a couple of cameras up here. One of them died on me, and I just hadn't. So if it looks like I'm looking away from the camera, it's just because I have camera row up here. So, but yeah, man. In terms of the Knicks, what I'm gonna say is this team is easy to love and to be frustrated with at the same time. Because in a same calendar week, you get probably our most impressive win in years, probably. With a Knicks point guard on the biggest stage, because we were in that late Friday night window that's usually occupied by the Golden State Warriors or the LA Lakers playing against the Phoenix Suns, the second Friday night ESPN window. That's usually the LeBron or Steph Curry window. Yeah. And we were in that window showcasing what we have against the Phoenix Suns. And a Knicks point guard, in theory, stole the heart of the crowd that usually watches there by scoring 50 points and doing it the Steph Curry way. And you know how American basketball fans love Steph Curry. And for Jalen Brunson to go out and put up a Steph Curry-like performance in that Golden State window, to me, it's beyond a statement win for us. Now, I'm not saying that we're championship contenders, but appearances like this kind of fortify us on the national window, because y'all know all during the week, Malika Andrews, Kendrick Perkins, everybody that can take Stephen A. Smith, everybody that can take a shot at the Knicks, take their shots at the New York Knicks. Right, but they can't take a shot at us because of the performance by the Knicks and Jalen Brunson last night, right? Because here's the thing: RJ Barrett is always inefficient, right? Well, he scored 21 points on 10 shots last night, right? Julius Randle has been looking like the second, or the fourth or fifth best player in the Eastern Conference. This month, he's averaging 27 points a game on 60% from the floor. You know what I'm saying? And we all know how his year started. So we don't have to dig up dead bodies and such, because we know how his year started. Right. So for him to be shooting 45% when for a large stretch he was shooting 28%, only lets you know how hot this man has been since right before Thanksgiving.
Right.
And so when you take into account the performance last night, Paul George may or may not being able to play today, Julius Randle playing like he has been, and Julius Randle has been doing this against all the great power forwards of this era. Your Pascal Siakams, your Giannis, your Jason Tatum. Last night it was Kevin Durant. Right? So it's not like he's been, you know what I'm saying, eating up on goldfish or something. He's actually been balling against the best talent that's available.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So when you take that into account, of course you're gonna see some Randall being guarded by maybe some Kawhi if he plays. So the natural thing to expect after seeing this for 6 games is you don't expect him to go off, but you kind of expect him to maintain the status quo of what he's been doing.
Yeah.
But if he just plays to what he's been, and I'm searching to find a defender that can on the Clippers that can stop a red hot Jalen Brunson right now. I don't know if they have a guy that can defend Jalen Brunson at this point. Are you gonna James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Terrence Mann? I don't know.
Man, maybe. Everyone else no.
Yeah. So I feel great about the win last night, and at the same time, like I mentioned before, the Knicks are so, you love what you love, and then you dislike what you dislike. Like the Utah Jazz loss, you felt like they should have had their energy up. Right? You felt like they should have had their energy up against the Jazz, and they didn't. I think they took them lightly. But at the same time, they made a positive account for themselves by beating the Phoenix Suns at home with Booker and Kevin Durant. So
emphatically, mind you.
Yeah. So I think it was a statement win, not a statement win in a sense of hey, we're here to contend for the championship. It's a thing. I think they made a statement win in a sense like, hey, you can't take this New York Knicks team lightly. You can't just roll the ball out here and think we're just going to roll over and play dead. We're not here for that. So, and then too, one other thing I think we got to take into account is I think Tom Thibodeau is turning this team into less of a defensive-minded, grinded-out team, and with momentum going towards this team being all in on offense.
I agree with that.
And I know that sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy, right? But then when you look at the box score for all the last handful of games, there has been no. I mean, how many 110 to 101 games have you seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
It's true. That's true.
Yeah, we almost scored 140 last night, bro.
Yo, you know what it is though? It's not even. He's not trying to. He's definitely not. He wants to put up more threes, but he also wants to stop people. So we're seeing the fruits of putting up more threes. And we're seeing the fruits of Jalen Brunson. I don't know if you guys realize it, but he's the best 3-point shooting guard in the NBA. I'm not just saying that because I'm talking about my butt, but like he is cleaning the glass 100th percentile in 3-point shooting. So he is today the best 3-point shooting guard in the NBA, and he's doing it on higher volume than last year, shooting 2 more threes a game. So this is not by design. He wants the defense. Mitch is gone. He likes defenders, but he also knows we need to shoot threes to score. This is why he's pushing Randle to shoot threes last year. He's pushing Jalen Brunson to shoot more threes this year. He knows that, but one is working and the other one is work in progress. That's what.
Right, and Jalen Brunson has been I saw in late November I think it was late November, I put out a TikTok video where since January 1st, this calendar year, Jalen Brunson was shooting 47.5% from three. And that didn't take into account the stretch where he went 3 for 21.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a stretch where he was 0 for 5, 0 for 5, 0 for 6, 0 for 8, something like that, 4-game stretch where we know clearly he was injured, right? Where he stepped on my man's heel in the when we were down by 12 with 20 seconds left to go.
Oh, that was against
Tibbs still had him in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But for him to come out and do 9 for 9, I think those numbers have self-corrected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, JB.
Yeah.
and it was really nice. We just think about just how things work, and just once again, man, I'm like, take this guy for granted. Like his makeup of what he does out there on every given night is really important for this team. But just look at him, his own self accountability.
Right.
He didn't look good against Utah. So what does he do against Phoenix, a tougher team? He goes out there and lights it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just you can't tell me nothing about Jalen Brunson, man. This is my guy.
Right.
I like it. I love it, man. So, the thing is, with regards to the Knicks being so up and down, so Jekyll and Hyde, and not knowing, we're not at that point where we can say we know exactly what the Knicks are going to do tonight, because we've seen enough of it. This season is a little different. They're still Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know what to expect yet. So far this season, they've avoided two things. They've been known for the past couple seasons having the long losing streak or the long winning streak. This year, they've kind of avoided that either way for the most part. So I don't know what to quite make heads or tails of this team right now. I don't know who I'm rocking with, but I will say that they've still shown, at least last night was a good indicator, that when it comes to a game where they're supposed to go out there and play, a good possible game to win it, they can do it. And I really wish we could if we could just have a couple of those games back, it changes everything. We could have beat Boston opening night. If we could have beat Milwaukee, if Julius didn't kind of throw his hands up on defense with 48 seconds left, like who knows what could have happened right now? We would have been looking at things differently. The momentum would have carried over. There's a confidence level that would have been created. One thing we probably need to do though is figure out, like, if we could put Dante DiVincenzo on the bench to kind of get his game going. Nah, I'm just playing.
hey, Ron, but here's the thing with the Julius thing though. The thing with Julius is, so he did do that in that moment, right? But if it wasn't for Julius Randle against the Toronto Raptors, where every other Knick came out flat, you remember Julius Randle dunked on a crowd of Raptors.
Oh yeah.
And went to the guard and get the energy up in there because every other Knick was flat. So there are those moments where Randle sucks the energy out of the crowd or out of the fan base, but then there was also that moment where Julius Randle infused energy into it, because we probably could have lost that Raptors game too. Yeah, right. If it wasn't for Randle. So there is that, I think, and not to be the number one Randle supporter, but I guess I'm the number one Randle supporter. But I don't think it's just Randle, because some of those games, what if RJ had showed up?
Good point.
Right. Like, what if RJ didn't go 3 for 16 against a Utah Jazz team that had no wing defenders, and
more
he's
than
being
likely
guarded by a dude named Taylor Horton Tucker?
Horton, here's a who?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But I mean, but I just want to say, like, I don't know. I look at things a little differently with regards to Julius. I've already given him a pass. So what I see from Julius right now, I'm judging him going forward. What he did in that Milwaukee game and what he was doing prior to that when he was still not 100%. I wrote that off. Like, at the end of the year, you write your taxes. I wrote that off. So I'm not even thinking about that anymore. I've forgiven you, Julius. I understand now. This is the real you. So anything he does from here on out, this is where I'm really going to judge him. Like, and right now I'm very happy with how he's playing, his emotional side of things, and just the way he's, I was talking earlier. I was reading the Stephen Bondi article about Julius just saying like he thinks he understands who he is right now. He understands what his game should look like. He's taken a lot of threes in recent times, but understands that really his game is getting into the paint and creating havoc. Because he knows he can't really be stopped if he goes in it and does what he needs to do. Like, who's stopping a 250-pound Julius Randle going into the lane like that?
Not much.
Yeah,
Right.
like 3 people maybe.
Right. Yeah, but you know what though, Ron, too? Part of the Randle not shooting threes probably is part and parcel with other people on the team connecting on threes.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have that consistency. In my opinion, it wasn't that Randle shot the three too much and didn't hit at a high enough clip. It was the fact that others were turning down shots in the starting lineup. Other people in the starting lineup turning down threes. And how are you going to stretch the floor if it's just Brunson?
Yeah.
You know, you got to have. I think once Dante DiVincenzo entered the starting lineup, you could see a shooting guard willing to take the three. You know, being a threat from three, and then so Randle could ease off and do the things that power forwards do best, and that's be a powerful forward, right? Because we had shooting guards that wouldn't shoot. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying. So, you know, it's one of those things. I think it's balanced, bro. I think it's balanced. Once everybody gets into what they naturally do best, I think you'll see the best from this Knicks team.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. Let me get around to everybody. Get y'all final words. Freezy, you know what? Why don't we start with you, brother? What's your final words? Anything? Any thought you got going on? And plus, when's the next time you coming on and doing your show?
Tonight is going to be kind of awkward because, you know, we do the Big Boss Man Roundtable where we have Woodshed 1914 come on and talk the way that we like to have that talk to us. But since we have a game, you know, it's going to kind of be in that odd space of trying to figure it out. So we're going to play that by ear. But I think that the most important thing I want to say to Ron is Boys to Men may be overrated, bro.
Wow.
Boys to Men may be overrated. I just saw them do a Chili's commercial, right? I just saw them do a really Boys to Men. It's times are that hard on the boulevard where you singing for ribs now.
Boy, you know everybody's contract was messed up in the 90s. You know you probably get paid like they're supposed to, so they try to make it up on the back end, man.
Oh man,
Mary J. Blige was singing about ribs, okay? No, she sing about chicken.
Know what I
mean? Boys, man, the Mary J can sing about chicken, they can sing about ribs.
I just had to chat. I had to poke the bear real quick with Ron. But
Freezy just loves to kind of destroy my thoughts and dreams about my hip hop and R&B idols. And especially, he's already destroyed Boys to Men for me forever now. It is what I'm still gonna listen to 50 Candles and Quiet Times and all this type of trying times. I'm sorry. But you know, I got to look at them a little different. Like Freezy opened my eyes. They wild. They some wild boys.
Yeah, they arrogant, bro. Nobody likes being around arrogant people, bro.
Yeah, man. They wild. They wild.
But in terms of the Knicks, real quick, so you can wrap. I just wanted to come in and say hello, right? But what I'm gonna say to Knicks fans is if we let the evolution of what this Knicks team could be going forward play out, I think we'll be surprised at the natural and organic outcomes of the development. The only thing too is I think we have to temper certain expectation on because Quentin Grimes is not going to become Anthony Edwards, and RJ Barrett
I agree
is not going to become SGA overnight, right? So we just have to understand. We have to have some level of solace in the fact that we drafted guys in the first round, and they may not turn into superheroes. At the same time, if we understand that Jalen Brunson, in my opinion, I think we've only seen about 40% of what Jalen Brunson can become, and I think we've only seen about 70% of what Julius Randle can become. And if we adopt the mindset that just because those guys came from other teams that they're not fully cooked, and the guys on our roster that have been Knicks from day one may not develop into something. I think the Knicks fans will be pleasantly surprised. Like, you can poach talent from other teams and have them come here and develop. This is Jalen Brunson has only played. Jalen Brunson has played, I think, less than 100 games or right at 100 games as the starting point guard of his own franchise, and that's nothing. That's nothing in terms of development. He's only had his own team for about 100 or so regular season games. Right, that's nothing, right? I think the sky's the limit for Brunson. We just have to relax and let him grow and develop and lead a team. And I think Randle has never played with an elite point guard.
I agree.
Right. So once Brunson becomes elite, I think you'll see the very best out of Randle and maybe even RJ. And that's all I got, man. I'm sorry. I put like 2 hours worth of talking in like 11 minutes. I'm sorry, man.
We appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you. You know what it is, man. Listen, if y'all haven't tuned in and checked out Blorange Tears Network, I don't know where y'all been at, man. Blorange Tears is a hub of content for this Knicks community. I don't want to say 24/7, but damn near, man. Freezy be rocking, bro.
The fans run the channel. It's a fans channel, y'all. If I put the link in the chat, the fans jump up and they just take over the channel. They be up there asking me questions. I feel like I'm on trial sometimes. I feel like I need to go get an attorney. I be having him calling Ron, like, Ron, what you doing, man? You gotta leave work and come help me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man.
Appreciate you, my brother. Definitely, man. Support everything Blorange Tears. Like, comment, subscribe. Show them some love. And we'll definitely be seeing more and more Nick content from them and Mr. Uncle Freezy himself.
And G Money, I feel like you ever saw that movie Annie Up by MOP? I feel like that dude in the Annie Up video. I'm looking at myself on camera. Right. I feel like the dude in that Annie Up video, bro. All of a sudden, man. I should have dressed for the occasion, man. My bad, bro. My bad, man.
No, you good. Listen. You good, man. You straight. I mean, we just appreciate having you, brother. Anytime we could chop it up, the conversation is always good, and the benefit is for all the viewers, man. So thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm gonna get out of here and let y'all rock, man. Dope show. Just wanted to come through and say hello. Great job. And listen, I'm a big fan of everybody up here, man. I just felt like this was my opportunity to come up and be a fanboy for a few minutes.
Appreciate you, my brother.
All right, peace.
All right, man.
Peace. Stay safe.
Let me go to G Money, brother. G Money, any final words? And are you still doing the last podcast?
The last podcast. I'm still keeping the show going now.
Okay. So what's your final words? Your final take?
My final words was, the Knicks caused the sunset last night, and Brunson is a bad mother effer. He's a bad dog, man. I mean, his jumper was wet like rain. His defense was locked in. Julius Randle, it's been a Randle revelation, a Randle rampage, really from Thanksgiving on. He's been phenomenal after the slow start. RJ Barrett was steady last night. Yes, he's kind of a little bit too stuck in the mud as of late. Other than that, he balled out last night. If we can get Barrett what we saw from last night and what we saw prior to the migraine, the sky's the limit for this Knicks team. And our optimist Grimes, ever since he came off the bench, he's been on his game. Defense, his jumper's been flowing, be more confident. Emmanuel Quigley was big time. Josh Hart, the Hart Hound is what I call him. He's been tough as nails. And Hartenstein, Hart has been tough as nails. If you want my number, by the way, it's in the private chat. And also Tibbs, I gotta give Tibbs some love. He's making the proper adjustments, and Dante doing his thing. And this team is just on the right track. And let's see if we get this game against the Clips.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. I appreciate you as always, G Money. Thank you for coming on and rocking with me.
You're welcome.
Shout out to Delano Steele Jr. in the chat. I see you, my brother. Hope you're doing good. Quiet Money in the building. Appreciate you, bro. Andy, International Andy in the building. What's going on, brother? Yeah, man. He said, Freezy saying not all first round pick got to be heroes. He meaning Frank Ntilikina. You crazy, man. Oh, man. Sha, listen, man. Your final thoughts and when's the I should already know. You probably going on tonight, right? Around
I think the game is 10:30. I think we go on probably like 8:45 tonight. We do the post game when we first come on, and then we go into the pregame towards the end, and we fill it in as we go. I want to thank you, Ron, for having me on today. Salute to you, G Money. Salute to you, Jay Ellis, Nick of Time. Salute to you, Ron, once again. Still Knicks fans. Laugh out loud. G Money. If I'm not correct,
no,
I think
last laugh.
Last laugh. Thank you very much. And salute to you guys.
Salute to you too. Salute to everyone.
You know what I mean, for coming on and helping us all join this Knick Nation. My motto on the chat: control the pace, grab some rebounds, hit your free throws. Try to shoot over 36% from three-point land tonight. I think this is a capable win for the Knicks, especially coming off a big win last night on this back-to-back. Let's get it.
All right.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Before I get over to Jay Ellis with his final words, and then let us know when's the next time we can see him on. I just want to give a quick shout out to Jam and Jet. Thank you for subscribing and being a part of the chat, and hopefully you hit that like button, show your love for the show, but also thank you for becoming a new member of the show, of the channel. So I appreciate you, Jam and Jet. Thank you so much. Hopefully you like the content going forward. We try to do our best. So thank you, brother. Jay Ellis, my man.
Yeah.
What's happening, brother? Any final words, any final take? And when's the next time you gonna be popping on?
Man, so this is a weird West Coast trip. So I actually did a show today. I did a show earlier today, which is not our norm.
Right.
Which is why I was like, we hop on Ron's, because I was already on mic. I had my joint. It's like, that's on me. Ron is on. Okay, Ron is on.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we usually do lives after every game. This West Coast trip, though, there's a game today at 10:30. So we'll be on tomorrow. Like around tomorrow morning, probably like around 11:45 or so. So definitely check out the KOT show and watch us there. Shout out to my girl Ebony who joined the crew. Ellie's been killing it, man. Everybody loves Ebony.
She's dope, man.
Everybody loves Ebony. So shout out to Ebony, and of course Ryan G and Lee, the unpredictable one. Everybody at the KOT show holding it
down. Right, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. So once again, guys, please support Blorange Tears, support Knicks Real Talk, my guys Sha and Divine, and support the KOT show, Nick of Time show with Jay Ellis, Ebony, Ryan, and Lee Escobedo. Man, or Escobedo, I don't know how you say it, but yeah, man, really good content creators, man. This Knick community is fantastic, and also support the Last Laugh podcast. But they don't just do Knick talk; they do all types of stuff, football. They get into everything, so definitely support them and my guy G Money, and show them some love. Shout out to once again Sam Grandison for being here and chopping it up with us. And I appreciate my guy Victor from Knicks Fan Brazil as well. Hopefully he gets his channel back to being monetized. It gets back to where he was, man, because we put a lot of time and effort into these channels, and it's not cool how they can get just snatched away from you, and without even a temporary period. Like, okay, this is what we saw. We don't like it. Clean it up. No, just snatch it away, and then we'll get it back to you in 90 days.
I was thinking about doing a Patreon just cause of, you know what I mean? Because it's too much.
I'm telling you, Jay, man. Like, I don't even show highlights no more because they get that. Like, it's crazy, man. It's wild.
Nah, I never. Highlights just get clapped.
I hear you. Well, as I always say, guys, tell a friend who tells a friend tells a friend. Still, Knick fans will be back again, whether it be on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge, Monday nights for SKF Weekly with your man Ron, John, and my brother Jose, and 9 p.m. And real quick, Well, I'm not going to say what. Let's just say, listen, shout out to my guy Jose. We probably won't be doing a show this Monday unless I have time. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Jose had a terrible loss in the family, and so he and the family's going through it right now. So shout out to my boy Jose. I appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, man. So send some prayers and love to Jose, man, because he's really going through it. So we'll get back to what we got to get back to when it's time to get back to it. But man, I appreciate him. And also you can also check us out on Thursday nights for the NBA wrap up on Nothing But Knicks NBK at 8:30. We might be doing a little shifting over there as well. Real life stuff happens and schedules have been changing for people. So you might see Eru a little bit more on the show. So just stay tuned. I mean, if Eru can make it, but he's been willing to try to step up and be there. But there's a lot of stuff in real life going on, man. So we try to make the best of it. Yeah, man. But thank y'all so much for supporting the show. Kevin Taylor, I thank you for coming in. Listen, smash that like button on your way in, smash that like button on your way out. If you just coming in and missed the show, Replay Gang, man, show your love and check us. That's what it looks like, man. So definitely appreciate y'all. Can't say enough about how important it is to have people like y'all supporting the show and continuing to be able to chop it up with us. And this is, I know I say this pretty quick, but this is what it looks like just in case. Once again, Mondays at 9 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. for the NBA wrap up, and Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. for Know the Ledge. So that's where you can find Still Knick Fans content if you are so inclined. So thank you guys once again. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully the Knicks can get another great victory tonight, then carry that over into the Lakers, which is not going to be an easy task. I know Anthony Davis didn't play last night. So I don't know if he's hurt or not, if that was just a day of rest. But if we have to wind up dealing with LeBron and Anthony Davis on Monday, it's gonna be tricky. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. But thank you once again. Y'all take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Sha, I don't know. I got to do some stuff here around the house, but if I'm free later tonight, I may pop in. You know what I mean?
Hop on in. You're always welcome. Jay Ellis, G Money, you're always welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate all y'all, man.
Same thing on my show. You're always welcome to my show. And thank you, Ron, for inviting me. Nice to meet you, Jay Ellis. Nice to see you again, Shy. Enjoy your Saturday and just stay safe. And you can come to my show anytime. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, and also shout out to all those who may be looking at us on Facebook as well. Appreciate you guys over there on Facebook. So take care. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We out.
Peace.
Peace.